Morning!
Welcome, adventurers from this plane and beyond, to Camaraderie and Shenanigans. We have a familiar face back at this table.
It's me! Oh.
It's Paul! Yay! Paul's back!
I'm really glad I did that now. It feels really good.
Lauren's back! Yay!
Yeah, that too.
Sitting in the space of the person who's currently missing. Yay!
Yay!
Keegan is out camping right now.
I'm feeling pretty mid about it.
Because he has family stuff he has to do.
It's funny, we're in his house.
Yeah.
He's not here.
Yep.
What the address at?
Yeah.
I'm stealing his stuff today.
Please send all paraphernalia, and I don't know.
It was your idea.
It was my idea. Anyways, I don't think we have any announcements currently. So, without further ado, feel free to sit back, relax, grab a snack, and get ready for camaraderie. And shenanigans!
And
Shenanigans! There we go. Previously, on our group's adventure, you had found yourselves heading down towards the lower docks inside La Minsa.
Charismatically.
Making your way down.
Town.
Nope.
And I'm home!
To figure out how to solve this vorpal issue. With the looming horizon holding a potential festival should things go well. Plenty at stake, fun, friends to be made. You interacted with Glenn Bastion, one of the leaders the leader of the Crimson Cogs, who was currently tending to his men, in a bit of a meta conversation that I ended up taking literally.
I wanted you to.
Yeah, no, I know.
Nobody named Glenn helping me.
Glenn
no offense,
decided you were not worth his attention.
It wasn't worth
and wanted to assist his men. Getting nothing out of that interaction, you all chatted a bit with Murky, who revealed essentially what the prize would be for this deed, this quest. A healthy helping of gold, and the potential to start your own guild within the city, should you choose.
It's like $2,000, right?
Yeah, 2,000 gold for the group.
It's still pretty.
Divided 5 ways, right?
Yeah, I
I'm
only see 5 of us.
Is that out of mine? All right, cool. Makes it easier to know where anyways.
With that, you all jumped on to a lended boat, hardly a ship, made your way out onto the lake. With some splashing around in the water, quickly attracting some attention, a fight broke out against this parading group of vorpal fins, with a very nearly dangerous strike against Nesta, as these fins on their side seem to be incredibly sharp. But, needless to say, you were able to slay most of them, letting one get away, and captured another with a interesting use of the web spell as a net. Burning a scroll of speak with animals, you were able to converse with this fish, which seemingly had very little to say. Just something about Murk bottom. Finding an opportunity to release whatever hold was on this creature's mind. A little more information gathered, but you were able to convince this fish to lead you to where it calls home, or where it's from. With a long trek out and twilight slowly approaching, Rangwin hanging out on the boat so as it doesn't float away from the current spot, you all proceeded down. And inside, a strange cavern that seemed to have been carved out on its own, or with assistance, not naturally formed or made. Swimming further and further through, you eventually encountered this hazy, murky liquid that seemed to suspend within this space. With a little bit of testing, discovering that it does rob you of your sight upon spending too much time in it. With rope tied across many of you, you decided to slowly make your way forward. Before Wulfgang
I did it.
had a big ol' meaty tentacle wrap around him and pull him closer. And that is where
Kiss.
we are picking up. I would like everyone who is in this fight to roll for initiative.
I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Let's start this whole thing over.
D12s, don't forget.
Welcome, Avengers, in this plane
Going
of
to be on
beyond.
220 Chronicles.
Oh, I get advantage.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
That's way low.
She also has
Way
dark
too low.
vision.
Why is it?
That's what happens when you leave off with combat about to start. You're just like, we need to play.
All right. Frognan.
13.
Nesta.
17.
Christ, I gotta find some way to counteract that.
No.
Professor.
10.
Okay. Man, you're all doing pretty well. Wolfgang.
9. I was pretty happy with mine, and now it's not as impressive.
Better than Kairos, he got 6.
Fuck that guy.
Oh, Kaiwis.
Okay, Wiz.
And Raglan, what'd you roll?
Rangwin's on a boat, motherfucker.
Don't you ever forget?
Yeah.
Don't you ever forget. Top of the round. Nessa, you're up. Frognan, you're on deck.
Well, my normal stuff I can't do. Because we fought today already. The hell, man? Okay. Shit. Shit. Okay. Here's what I'll do. I will. Can I see anything?
Hmm.
Do you have dark vision?
Yeah, you have dark vision, so you are able to see. It is lightly obscured.
Mm-hmm.
And just with the current angle of the shot, it would be partial cover.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of
I can see the creature though.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely. And with as you're looking through it as well, there's still that murky, slimy-ish water
Mhm.
that's in front of you. That's also kind of obscuring your vision. You can see it, but it is hard to see.
Okay. In that case, I will cast. Yeah. All right, baby. Here it is.
Bard.
It's coming. It's happening.
Fairy fire
Okay.
with my bonus action as my spiritual weapon.
2 leveled spells.
2 level
You
spells.
have
No!
to do a bonus action cantrip
Or-
or a bonus action
All right,
non-spell.
sorry. Okay, then I will do.
You could do like a sacred flame and a spiritual weapon if you
That
wanted.
is what I'll do. Sacred flame, spiritual weapon.
Sacred Flame, spiritual weapon. So still a dexterity saving throw on my part.
Mm-hmm.
That is an 11.
Fail.
Fails. I take damage.
1d8.
2d8.
2d8.
Mm-hmm. You a 5th level now.
Yeah.
You're a 5th level. It's just a little
9.
split up. 9.
9.
9 points of damage. As bursting through this darkness for a split moment, a gout of sacred flame appears, and some of the tendrils reel backwards in pain.
It has gout.
Excellent. And this guy, I'll go 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Oh, yeah,
no
you can
problem.
get it over
Yeah.
there.
And he'll get a little swish swish.
Swish, swish. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Why can you move so far?
Swish swish.
When she summons it, it appears into space within 60 feet.
Got it.
On her subsequent turn, she can move it 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, that hits. Roll damage. Imagine if that didn't hit.
That would be.
Alas,
Octopus.
5 for
5.
damage.
Shing! Slicing at one of the other tendrils that seem to have been unscarred by the sacred flame, that one reeling back as well. Anywhere you would like to move?
No, I'll keep my position for now.
Okay. Frognan, you're up.
I will.
Cast True Sight in the Professor's Thanks.
If only.
In a couple levels.
True Sight.
Yes, you are currently blinded.
Yeah.
I am going
I'm in the
to,
ink water.
though, first, I'm trying to decide if a telekinetic shove would free the grapple. You're grouped onto, though. It's not a normal.
I'm indeed grouped.
I don't think that's going to help you, so I'm not
You're
going to
not grouped.
telekinetic shove. But I will,
Just slaps you in the face.
mind sliver, baby boy.
Mind sliver.
Because I imagine a beastie is not very inty.
I almost feel like
That's a 0.
Love that.
I think it works.
I think it saved.
I think this is going.
That'll be
going well.
5 points of psychic
Woo!
damage.
And a minus D4 on my next save.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And don't forget it.
And don't you forget.
And I'll stay outside the murkiness.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Moving forward, it is now the giant octopus's turn.
That seems.
Oh.
Fine.
I rolled a 9 plus 1.
What is its dexterity?
Giant octopus, unfair.
13.
So is mine.
Also, tie goes to player. So professor's up.
Damn right, I'm up.
Here, I'm gonna move your initiative to 11 just to
He's turning it up to
Bring it up
11.
to 11.
just so that it tracks better.
Yeah.
Yeah, professor, you can go.
If you
Sweet.
were to ask him
Um,
how much more black could this inkiness get,
Since
he would say
I'm
none. None more black.
None more black.
since I'm blind and can't see anything, through the water I am going to. Well, you know, an octopus and a squid are quite similar, but actually contain many differences in cast academic
Yeah, I
English.
have a feeling that's what
Minus a D4.
That's an intelligence saving throw.
Probably don't need that minus. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just find out. It's a 7.
Cool.
It knows common now.
It saves.
Now has learned common.
Right?
Octopi are very smart.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It would have learned common, but would be unable to speak it. Since it lacks
9
the
points
anatomy.
of psychic damage.
9 points of psychic damage. Nice.
Noise.
So did it actually learn common?
Everybody's psychic.
It's looking pretty rough.
It only learns stuff if it succeeds.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll allow that.
Anything else you would like to do, Professor?
No, I'm just gonna hang in place with my shield up.
Okay. Just as a quick question, does academic English, do you have to see the target?
No, that's right.
I'm just curious.
You force information to a creature's mind. Choose one creature within. It just says within range.
Within range, then yeah, you're fine. It is within range. Within range.
Within range.
Within range.
Within range.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that's all. That's it.
Perfect. Now it's the giant octopus's turn.
Squeeze me, bitch. Squeeze me. Fucking dare you.
Okay, calm down.
No.
You're not super
No.
excited about
Told
that.
you, I know where this is going.
So do I. We're
It
planning it for a week. Sorry.
it kind of some of the tendrils begin to reel back and black ink covers the space, completely obscuring it. You cannot see inside.
Darkness.
Great.
As the octopus begins to move away,
With me and its tentacles.
Yep.
Let's go, motherfucker.
slowly dragging you along because you two are tied together by a rope.
Oh yeah. Right.
And we all
Do
are
you want me to
holding
move
on to
it
the
at
rope
all?
as well, right?
Yeah, so you're gonna get dragged in
Cool.
Cool, cool.
unless you choose to let go.
Cool.
I think I hear some.
So we're gonna move a little bit off this built map. We
We went down the corridor at the
yeah,
same length.
pretty much. Let's just say we're in the same spot because it does just keep going forward for another 30 feet. So not much has changed.
We're just 30 feet deeper inside of whatever chamber this is.
Yeah,
36 chambers.
Was that 60 feet? 70?
yeah, normally
But half because I'm grappled.
because I'm carrying everyone,
5 people.
dragging people behind me.
And it can carry all of us?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, with its strength, sure.
Okay.
That didn't go as it wanted.
Good.
Regardless, Wulfgang, you're up.
How am I wrapped? Let's talk about that.
You are considered grappled and restrained.
So I have to alleviate that condition before I'm able to really effectively swing my weapon. And is it an action to do so?
It is.
Like breaking?
It is an action to break this grapple.
But I can't fight him within the grapple?
You can. Your attack rolls are just a disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Because of the restraint part.
That's dumb.
You're like, it's like the upper parts of your, like towards your shoulders are being restrained, so you can't get proper lift. You can still like make a swing and maybe something will happen, but
Okay.
it's tough.
So, and I'm grappled by one arm,
Currently, yeah.
and both my arms are sort of pinned.
Not entirely pinned, but it's grappling around like you're.
All right, Wolfgang's gonna kind of come up, grab it, and just try to tear down. And the goal here is to actually tear its flesh
Okay.
apart.
Roll an athletics, or no. What is it? Just make a athletics check, I guess.
13.
13. Its rubbery hide begins to resist, and your hands slip within the water.
Okay. All I can do.
Okay. Moving on. It is now Kylus's turn.
So we're all condition blinded now, yeah?
You're not condition blinded because you're in that space, but it is covering that area so you can't see past it. You're not inside that murky haze yet. You're like just on the precipice of it. Kylus. Wolfie, you boys okay in there? He's gonna fire an Eldritch Blast.
Or even 2.
I don't think he would have showed that much care, but all right.
Well, he's getting dragon too.
All right.
Disadvantage. Wow, 2 9s in a row. Which hits. I'm taking both shots. That's a natural 1. Sorry. But that misses you. That is going to be...
Still have 10 temp HP, so I'm not worried about it.
That's 12 points of damage on that shot.
Nice.
Nice.
Did he move his hex to him as well? The hex was active, I believe.
I believe it was.
I think he needs to see the target
Oh, okay.
in order to move the hex. I'll double check that in a moment.
Get hexed.
Top of the round, Nesta, you're up.
Right on, baby.
Baby.
I will cast. Can
On a creature that you can see within range. So he cannot see this creature.
I? Yeah. I'll cast. Can I?
You could. You have Channel Divinity, although you said it's pretty looking pretty rough,
Technically-
almost dead already, right?
It was looking very rough when you could see it.
Yeah.
Technically, the blade has moved closer down this way.
How many feet or so?
30 feet.
30. And you can only move 20, so the spiritual weapon can't catch it.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. Son.
The other thing you could do with Channel Divinity,
Mhm.
using a bonus action, is you can convert it to 2 spell slots
Oh,
as well.
that's right. All right.
Gain back some power.
Do that.
Thank you, Tasha.
Thank you, Tasha.
Okay, Blue.
Tasha.
What's
All right.
going on?
I don't know.
I don't know either, man. I don't know.
Brittany's in
Look
a
what
very
happens when you
musical
get
mood
cuddled
today,
by a
and I
cat,
love it.
like-
I'm here for it.
Silly, funny mood, guys. Okay.
Got a baby kitten in her lap.
I did have a kitten in my lap. It was pretty great.
Just sat on you.
That is not a you.
Could I
She did.
literally had a
hypothetically
baby kitten.
cast locate object? It's not an object per se.
It's
No.
not an
It's
object.
using me as an object.
You could, per se, cast locate object on Wulfgang's axe.
I could, cause
Something like that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do that. Sure. That sounds.
It doesn't allow you to see.
Uh huh.
You
But I
just
would
know
know.
that you know the direct. I mean, you're in a narrow corridor. You were pulled. I mean, I would say Nesta knows where they are.
Fair.
Like she knows if I kept going forward, I'd bump into them if they didn't move.
I got you.
Kind
Sorry.
of thing. No,
I'm a
that
little slow today.
that's okay. It's okay.
On my brain. All right.
Cat.
It's that cat magic. Yeah. Brain's all fuzzy. It's all just meows.
I'll do
Ow,
see,
ow,
you can see,
power
you
wheel.
can see. Come on. Why are all these stuff I can see? Fuck.
That's why I did the ink cloud.
Dumb.
Cuts off line of sight.
Dumb. Okay. Whatever.
And it's also what an octopus would do.
It started this fight, and now it's running like a bitch.
Yeah.
I'll cast.
I don't see levels above your heads. I don't know how strong you are. This ain't no MMO. They go, ooh, look, snack. Ah, snack hurt.
Make
Run.
a partial octopus.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
I'll do.
Only funny in this exact instance. Thanks, Marshall Octopus. This is
I don't know. I'll move forward down the hallway.
Okay.
Somebody
How
needs
far
to
would you
make
like to go?
that.
As far as I
10,
can.
15, 20, 25, 30. You have a swim speed right now, right?
She has 60.
Can you be
Yeah.
an octopus?
You have...
Actually, I have 70.
Yeah, it'd be kinda
Or is that-
At this
Oh
point,
yeah, because you have long stride.
at this point, you would move into the murky haze.
That's fine.
Okay. As you go in, your sight goes completely dark.
Cool.
She don't need no science. She a badass.
You want to keep going?
Yeah.
5, 10, as you bump into the professor,
Oh, my.
colliding into each other.
Oh hi.
Oh, goodness.
So it's 45 feet
Yeah.
so far? Of your 70.
Okay. I'll continue down all the way.
I'll say it's about 10 extra feet.
Mm-hmm.
So what, 55,
Mm-hmm.
60, 65. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so hard for me to reach. Okay.
And once I get down there, I will cast light. I'll just touch the wall and try and cast light. See if that does anything.
Light begins to fill this space, or at least you thought it would.
Mm.
You feel the spell go off,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not seeing anything.
Okay.
You could still bonus action and move your spiritual weapon closer.
Bonus action, move my spiritual weapon over.
20 feet. 5, 10. Yeah, you actually had it in the right spot.
I did?
Yeah,
Alright.
you like nailed it right onto 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone at
No,
home.
you're good, you're good. Frogman, you're up.
All right.
Professor, you're on deck.
So, rule this as you wish. In the chill touch cantrip, there's nothing about seeing them, just in the space of a creature within range.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
would
if
that
it doesn't
be,
specify sight, then I'm fine with it.
but because I can't see them, would that still be disadvantage?
Because
Or
it's
would that
rolling to
be-
hit, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it would still
Okay.
be a disadvantage.
Cool. So I'm going to attempt to use the inky blackness around him to create my own kind of hunger of Hadar, and to reach out necrotically to the
Okay.
octopus. 7 plus 8 is 15.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
You feel the spell connect, though you don't see it happen. Kylas kind of looks at you and just like, oh, I'm flattered.
I learned from you, buddy. 9 points of necrotic damage.
9. A lot of 9s today.
Yeah.
9 times.
We should name a group about that.
Maybe never. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do? There's still that black ink floating within that space, and just before that, you can see that murky haze.
I'm good, bruh.
Okay, Professor.
You know, this is textbook octopus behavior. It gets into a tussle and then it makes a cloud into academic English.
Academic English. Yeah, that's a fail. 10.
12 points of psychic damage.
Spotlight's on you.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm just talking at it until its brain, just.
Yeah. Eventually, you feel around you. You feel like it contracts a bit for a second, and it hurts for a moment, but then it like slowly begins to release its control on you and just slumps to the ground. You feel this kind of as it's sinking down. No one else sees this. You felt the spell go off.
Man.
As loud as I can. I think you got it. I think you got it. How did you get it? You're getting me now.
I talked it to death.
Not your first time, is it?
No,
I'm kidding. I know it's your first time.
Can you just lead us to somewhere that doesn't have this ink?
Yeah, give me 1 second. And I'm going to follow. I mean, the body is just right there, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to, I want its beak.
Sure.
So I'm going to cut its beak out.
Okay. Roll either a nature or medicine check.
The first guy I killed was with academic anguish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
I
it?
remember, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who was running away when the surprise round didn't go as planned.
Ugh. 5.
5.
My nature.
You find it. Carving it out doesn't go so well. You accidentally break off part of it, and it's the lower section of its beak does not dislodge cleanly as one piece. So you have the upper beak.
Kind of looking at it in disappointment. Just, all right, put it in my pack. Not what I wanted at all. All right. So, I guess we'll continue.
Yes, somewhere out of this muck would be preferred.
Should we go back to normal view?
I kind of like start pulling on the rope, and because I don't know. I mean, they can't hear us, right? Where are we? 30 feet away.
Yeah, because it starts to get
Underwater.
difficult after 20 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa! I'm on the edge, buddy! What's going on?
I'm just continuing to pull.
Ah!
Are you resisting?
I'm doing that little kid thing where I dig my heels in, but I'm allowing myself to get
Yeah,
dragged.
just-
Yeah, I'll cast whisper in that direction. I'll say, we're okay.
You cast whisper?
Yeah. Message.
I was like, I have not heard of this spell.
Message. I cast
Honestly,
message.
I think Whisper is a more apt
It's
name.
way more apt.
Yeah.
Get on it, 5th edition.
Now
Come
we're
on,
casting
wizards.
whispers.
Yeah, cast whispers. I love that.
Uh,
It's changed. It's whispers.
Home
It's the
rule
exact same
there.
spell. It's just called whispers.
So yeah,
Um,
just pulling you guys in.
Yeah,
Ky-
Kyle's just
Kyle's
kind
in-
of floats along. He's okay with it.
I'm helping pull since I'm second in line.
Yeah.
Immediately as you enter that murk, you feel that oily liquid start to coat over your
I'm
eyes.
gonna cast non-detection on myself to see if it required any divination to find me.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's on.
Still blind?
Still blind.
That's stupid.
So kind of link up, and since we're in the ink still.
I mean, eventually it lasts for a minute, so
Oh, so it's
yeah, it's definitely gone by now.
But-
Though it doesn't change anything that you're feeling. Everything's still dark, but you can feel things.
So
within
the
10
I
feet.
have
ink's
a-
gone, but we're in the muck still.
You're in the muck.
But I have a sense of where everybody is. Correct.
Once they get closer.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I kind of like touch each person. All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right,
We're really starting to get to know each other now that we can tell who we are just by touching.
Yeah.
I was kind of just going by numbers. there,
How'd you
but
know it was me?
I took a guess. It was smooth all over. I guess let's continue.
Lead the way.
Sure. I kind of feeling around. Okay, this way, and start moving in the direction.
I want to stay right on Wolfgang's tail.
You all proceed. I would like a marching order real quick. Wolfgang,
Me.
2.
you,
3.
3.
I'll be in the back with Kai.
Yeah, I think Kylus will be next, and then it'll be you. Cool. Yeah. All right.
No,
Nope.
no, that's not how we're doing it.
Okay.
Professor, get the rear.
Oh, fine. I'll switch.
We're not putting our 2 casters in the back. Now we go.
Okay, we got Wolf, Nesta, Kylus, Rognan, and Professor.
I said trying to feel the direction that they're going, and I'm just like backstroking with my shield up.
I mean, I imagine you can also tie yourself off
Yeah.
at the waist so you can feel the rope tugging as he moves.
Yeah.
And I'm moving probably a half speed,
Yes.
trying to sense for anything or everything that I can sense for.
Yeah, well, and in moving any faster than your 10-foot view
Mhm.
starts to get kind of like, holy shit, where am I?
Yeah. Okay.
As you all begin proceeding forward, we fly outside of the tunnel,
What's our
up
fast speed?
above the water, to Rangoon, who's currently sitting on a boat. Is there anything you're doing to pass this time?
I'm trying to just like cast my psychic blade up in the air and like catch it.
Hmm?
I know I can't physically catch it, but I'm just kind of like juggling psychic blades.
You absolutely
Trying to
can
do-
physically catch it.
Oh, I can physically
Yeah,
catch
you
it.
hold
Okay.
it within your hands.
Okay.
It has a sense of gravity to it.
Okay. So I'm just kind of like flipping them up and then like start juggling.
It's
You
interesting.
could do a really good act for money because they're just psychic blades. You control where they go.
And that's the
Exactly.
interesting part about it. Your muscles have never done intense juggling before, but as you just will the success of this moment.
At the time, you know, I was just kind of flipping it up to see if I could like catch it and how that felt.
Mhm.
And then I'm just like, oh, like I just kind of do it with 2. And then can I make more than 2 actual blades, or is it? It's just 2 blades at any time, right?
I'll say for the flavor of it, yeah. You can do you could do 3.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just kind of I can split the blades into like little, yeah. So I'm just kind of juggling them and getting a kick out of it.
All right.
And then I'll stop and I'll just kind of like look around. What time is it? Is it dark? Is it light?
It's getting close to twilight at this point. It's actually no, it's still pretty bright out. It's nearing like 5:30 at this point.
Okay. Did anyone
And it's
establish
summer.
any kind of connection with me, or I have no idea what's going on down there?
I would say before you guys departed, a connection would have been established.
Okay.
With it determines how long, right? It's a D4.
Yes.
4 hours.
D6, no? It's D4?
No, it's a D4. I'm pretty.
A D4 for the mental connection, I believe, but it's a D6 for damage when you're dealing damage with the psychic.
Yeah, that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it is. I can.
And
look.
it's a D4.
And you connect
Yeah,
up
it's a D4.
to 2 people with you.
Yes,
Who would you choose?
probably Nesta and Frogman.
Okay. So you two actually have a psychic connection to each other, or to her specifically.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Just killed an octopus. No biggie.
You sent that to me?
Not currently, no.
That's what I attempt to send to you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna.
when timelines line up.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna attempt to kind of check in, see how it's going down there. So I'll probably reach out to Frogman.
Okay.
And just say like, "Hey, everything okay down there?"
At this point, you guys would just currently be swimming through a tunnel.
At this point, we're probably just like currently swimming through a tunnel.
Okay. All right. I'm doing cool stuff up here. Real cool stuff. So you know,
Yeah. Can you videotape it?
I don't know what that means.
Put it on TikTok.
Okay. Good luck.
That's the proper way to deal with a crazy person. Yeah.
I don't understand anything you're saying.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to
gonna
keep
go
the
now.
boat in one place, right? Is that like my
Yeah,
objective?
you're essentially trying to make sure you don't drift too far away from where they were initially.
And how do I do that? I just like paddle? I have like a paddle? Or?
Yeah, it's the lake's pretty calm. There isn't a ton of
Okay.
water pushing you around, but there is still a little bob and weave that happens.
Ooh,
and
I'd like
You just
to-
kind of there's a rudder.
Motion in the ocean.
Yeah.
I'd
There's
like
a
to
rudder
try
that
and.
changes the direction, so you just kind of like angle yourself
I'm gonna
back.
use my psychic blades like a rock and try and skip them across the water.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm doing that now too.
I would like you to
So
roll
cool.
me a perception check real quick.
I would love to roll your perception check. There's nothing I would love more.
Doo-doo.
Yeah, right.
Meg.
16.
16.
Doo-doo.
As you're spending some time, throw it off that way. You see, off in the distance, another boat.
Doo-doo.
With what appears to be one individual standing on it.
Can I tell who it is? Have I seen this person? Do I know them? Are we friends?
Not from this distance, it's hard to tell. They seem to be cloaked.
Okay.
They're never good.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of watch them watch them get closer and see if they're like coming towards me or trying to interact with me.
They don't, from this current angle and with your perception check, it doesn't seem like they're heading towards you.
Okay.
They're almost in parallel.
Okay.
Like you're going in the same direction but not directly at each other.
Well, I'm gonna be keeping an eye out, but I mean, I don't think that the person that's committing any crimes being out in the water in a boat.
Sure.
So.
Ahoy,
You-
fellow seaman.
You would be aware
Yeah.
that you are outside city limits at this point. So like magic's free game. You don't have to worry about your certification or
Fabulous.
the laws
Okay.
currently.
Okay.
You watch. Boat kind of starts to come to a stop. And you see a break in the water, like something surfaced. And the individual goes over to the other side, leaning over.
What the fuck is that guy doing? I wonder if there's a way I can get over there without being noticed.
As you're pondering this, an individual climbs out of the water onto the boat.
What the fuck? Does it look like anyone I know?
From this distance, it's hard to tell.
What are those two people up to? Shenanigans.
Not camaraderie.
Any other comments?
Well, I can't fucking swim, so I mean, I'm not gonna just try and like swim and see what they're doing. I can't fucking swim.
Just so you know, you can hold your breath a number of minutes equal to 1 plus your constitution modifier.
I also cast water breathing on her.
Oh, that's true. You can breathe underwater.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, so you wouldn't actually have to surface.
I don't really know how to swim, though.
You rule that how you want to.
I'm
Rules is
telling
written.
you, I don't know how
Cool.
to swim.
You don't know how to swim.
Okay.
As a swim speed. That's having a swim speed. The swim speed is 0.
I will sink.
Have they? Do I feel like they can see me? Have I noticed whether they might have seen me? Do they seem to have seen me?
You can roll perception.
Or?
Make a look on it.
19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. I can't swim.
I'm gonna call for either a wisdom or intelligence check. It's up
Okay.
to you.
Okay.
If you can rationale that they've seen you, or if you're reading their
I'm gonna
movements.
do an intelligence check to see if they've seen me.
Okay.
Do you feel seen?
It's not a saving throw, so it's just a +2. 21.
21. You rationale. They probably know that there's a boat over here. At the very least, the one who sailed up.
Okay, so here's
Whether
the
or not
deal.
they saw you.
How far away are they?
At this distance, they're probably nearing 2 miles at this point.
2 miles.
They're pretty far away.
Oh, damn, that's way far.
Way
Yeah.
farther than I expected.
They're just a blip on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't nothing to
Did
you.
you throw her dagger?
The mile-long dagger.
God.
It's the Skyrim meme where he's shooting at the dragon and it goes into the kill shot and it goes right past the dragon all the way to the other mountain and kills a rabbit.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, 2 miles is more than 100 feet.
No, it's not.
It's not?
I mean, it's Dominic's
really
world. He can
freaked
really
me out,
dictate
man.
how long a mile is.
2 miles. It's up to me, baby. No, 2 miles is 2 miles.
How long would it take me to get within 100 feet? And they
Within 100
probably
feet?
notice that, right?
Swimming or sailing?
I can't swim.
0.
Sailing, they'll probably notice you. Boats aren't exactly without proper cover, and there's no rock formations within this area that are breaking the surface. It's a clear,
So I
bright,
can see
sunny
somebody
day.
2 miles away coming out of the water?
Yeah, I mean they're like
Little, but...
It's probably nothing.
I mean, natural human eyesight, you can see up to like 6 miles away.
yeah.
Okay.
If you have nothing
It's
obstructing
this
you.
is partially
Okay.
why you're not able to discern any features of
Okay.
them, but you do know that there are 2 people over there. You just can't see hair color, skin
Yeah.
skin tone, anything like
Because
that.
it's like a clear day, right?
Yeah, it's a bright, sunny
It's not like
5:30.
there's fog and it just
Okay,
kind of
okay.
popped up
Yeah.
out of the...
You look up, it's a bright blue sky, not even a cloud up there.
It's a brand new day.
I mean, I'm just going to kind of keep my eyes on them. See if any kind of
The boat begins
tomfoolery
to-
happens.
Turn away from you.
And leave.
It's beginning to. Seems to be sailing back away.
Well, I'm not going to leave.
Sure.
I got to wait for my friends.
Okay.
But I will tell them about this.
As you're watching it leave, it looks like they're heading back towards town.
Okay.
We sink underwater. Once more, coming back to you all. Feeling your way through this tunnel with a little less certainty, but happy that someone seems to know what's around them. Before eventually you step out and you feel that oiliness fades.
Kind of looking around. What do I see?
You don't see anything because you don't have dark vision.
Wait, didn't I share it?
Did you share it?
I think I did.
Yeah, she shared it.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you see, seeing around you, you're still within that same kind of cavernous tunnel.
Okay.
It hasn't widened out or anything. It seems to continue going straight.
1 hour.
I'm gonna just say, hey, we're clear.
You have it for 1 hour.
Mhm.
You're probably feeling like you're nearing the edge of this time limit.
Oh, well, that's for sharing it.
For sharing it,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Because
Yeah, you still get it, yeah.
Cool. Okay.
As you all, you start to feel that oiliness wax off of you.
So
Oh,
detention
goodness.
works after a few minutes.
Nailed it.
I'll write that down.
Wulfgang,
how
would
this
you like
spells.
to switch spots? I feel Nesta's twilight sight is going to be running out and you'll be in the dark. It may be better if I take the lead from this point.
Sure.
I'll let go of Kylus. I thought I was holding on to his leg. And
You're holding on to a leg, all right.
He readjusts his pants.
and it was his arm instead.
What you thought was his arm was his pinky.
Everything's bigger to a gnome.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What do we see around us?
It's more of that scratched and carved open stone. Nothing of terrible remark. Roll a perception check. At first glance, anyways. It is a disadvantage.
2 11s.
Nice.
So consistent. 15.
15.
So
You close your eyes and you feel every so often over the course of like the next 20 seconds or so, water's moving towards you. It's not consistent. It kind of and then wash.
Does it feel like it's like taking up the whole pathway, or is it just like concentrated?
It's concentrated on each one, but not in the same spot.
Okay.
Like the first one kind of hit your upper shoulder, and then kind of the left side of your hip. You don't have a left hip and a right hip.
As we're like going in, like switching
You don't know
spots
my body.
in the marching order, I kind of soften, just everyone hold. I'm feeling something strange in the water. It's like very deliberate movements of it.
Can I try to investigate the nature of that?
You don't really have like. Actually, yeah. You would have to swim up to where you could feel it, because you have to be in contact with what you're feeling.
I'll swim up to the prop
Okay.
then.
Yeah. You kind of swim past a couple people, getting up to that point. Every couple 10 seconds. No, not even. It's too random. It's not patterned for sure. But you're feeling that wash over you. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Can I give an advantage because I'm
Sure.
telling him about this?
Yeah.
Already got a natural 20 for a 28.
Boom. Why not? It's
Yeah.
always cool if you see if maybe there's another natural 20.
Double match.
Let's see it.
18.
Okay,
not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
So nat 20 for a 28.
For 28.
Respectable 28.
This water's being displaced by a very large creature.
Mm.
And this is just the effect of it moving.
It's like a wake, but the underwater version, kind of.
See, yeah, essentially. It's that thing that you do when you push water underneath and you just see like the swirls happen. It's something like that.
So, remember how they were talking about a megalodon? How big are those?
Mega is in the name. Pretty big.
So like 1,000 dons.
Sure.
I think that's what
they're-
mega stands for. 1,000.
Would I have an idea of how big a megalodon is, given...
Roll a nature or history check.
Would I also? No, I'm not gonna know anything about that.
You-
Ocean-dwelling
you lack
creature.
ocean, yeah.
Not one. I don't know anything about the water.
It's what?
You've heard it talked about. I mean, they're very big, but in terms of actual,
Can I roll a history check?
sure.
Books?
Yeah, but
I'm learning.
the DC's higher.
Sure.
You know they can take down ships.
Probably about 100 some odd feet or so.
Nat 20.
Natural 20?
You did get.
For a 26.
26. Holy cow. Yeah, on your History of Megalodons book.
Hey, I've studied some
Yeah,
I
things.
mean, that was the coolest class in college.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
I think he would have read that.
It was a nice elective.
Yeah.
You thought this was a throwaway book. Nothing interesting in
It's
here.
myths.
Yeah,
Myths and
myths,
legends. Book that I read.
Reading through it, you've heard similar that they can crush and destroy ships on their own.
That.
They are considered some of the highest apex predators within the ocean. They range usually from nose to fin, somewhere in the 38 to 40 foot long range. They're pretty big.
Big fish.
Okay.
Lots of teeth.
So, for me to be feeling the wake of a large creature right now, do you think it's possible that it's a megalodon, or would it have to be even bigger?
I think contextually it matters on how much further this corridor we're in is.
Well, I'm looking about 120 feet, and I don't see any.
I say we continue to cautiously move forward at a slow pace, as quiet as possible.
Okay, and just so because I may have inferred such, these are definitely water displacement waves by a big thing.
Imagine whatever it is rather large and potentially close by.
Yeah. I don't want to fight a megalodon today. Zach would love to fight a megalodon. Progny doesn't want to fight a megalodon today.
I don't know if we're gonna have a choice.
Oh man.
Let's see.
Yes.
That's what I was looking for. It's just Prognan, and then in the phantom shadows, I just.
Well, let's take it slow. Half speed, everyone.
At least, at most, half speed.
Okay. Stealth checks all around.
If that's how you want to move.
Yeah. Proceeding carefully, and I know my half speed is a quarter of everyone else, so
Yeah.
I'm purposefully slowing down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Since we're swimming, is my armor still at disadvantage?
I don't think so. No. Well, because sound travels better in water.
But I'm not.
It's still jingling. It still clangs.
If you're doing this or kicking your legs, it's gonna be.
Clang, clang, clang.
Yeah.
I'm
Ding,
convinced.
ding, ding.
Yeah,
That's enough. I'm convinced.
and it's mainly because swim speed doesn't say anything about taking care of disadvantage on
Yeah.
on
I
having.
mean,
armor.
I'm at disadvantage as well.
Yeah. The only thing that I would say would remove
Throw
that
this away.
is if it was Mithril.
I will Swerfneblin camouflage.
Swerve
this one.
Neblin. All right. Group stealth check. Kairos has to.
Oh, mother.
Mother God.
Oh my
Did that want it?
No, it's a 20 and a 4.
Oh, but
I
you're
got one.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'm at 2. I rolled a 2.
A
Okay.
total of 5.
Okay.
8.
Okay.
19?
Okay. Natural 1.
We're fucked.
Wow, 2 natural 1s.
Megalodon. Megalodon.
They
You
hear
rolled a
us
natural
coming
one?
a
No, I rolled a 2.
mile away.
2.
Where do you
You.
see 2 natural ones?
Oh, you got a 2.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I saw you do this, so I thought you
2.
were like natural 1s. Gotcha. 2.
Because this is a 4.
Still a failure.
It's still an overall overwhelming failure.
Yeah, it was. Good job, everybody. We did it.
As you all
We
proceed
are not
forward,
stealthy.
swimming along, pulling yourself along ropes, moving past sections of this tunnel that narrow and then widen. You understand why the octopus kind of resided in here, with its ability to kind of squeeze into smaller spaces. This was a good space for it to call home. Before Kylus places his hand on a rock, and as he pulls himself, dislodges it, and behind you, rock crumbles behind you, cutting off any pathway back.
Shit.
Currently,
Oh, good.
That's not good.
and it made a lot of noise.
I'm just gonna. Let's assume that whatever lives here knows we're here.
I kind of already assumed it, but I think that's a safe bet.
I can move Earth to a certain degree. Should we spend some time here trying to clear a pathway back, or should we spend time trying to get the fuck out of here?
I'd say let's continue on because we need all of our power for whatever we're about to encounter.
I think the professor's correct.
If you can, try and save that so that way, if we take care of this, you have enough strength to move it and get us out. Otherwise,
If this is a megalodon up ahead, then there's open water up ahead because they can't survive in. Most sharks can't survive in small enclosed type areas. So it stands to reason there's open waters. And we might not be screwed.
I'll just quickly cast my cantrip mold Earth, and try any smaller stones to clear away. So at least maybe we could find some nooks and crannies if we had to retreat to, to hide in the torpedo and finding Nemo.
Sure. Okay.
Exactly that.
Yes,
you know?
absolutely. Yeah. How much time do you want to spend on it?
2 actions. So 10
Okay.
square foot.
Pretty brief.
Yeah.
I will say it very barely lowers the DC checks that will be called upon if you're trying to like tear down
in a
this wall
hurry.
quickly. Yes, it'll
Yeah.
lower the DC very slightly,
Okay.
but it's something.
Worth a try.
That one Might be the difference.
Yep.
All right. Proceeding forward.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll shield lance.
Kylus is kind of like,
forward, just
I'm just gonna backpedal a little bit, back swim a bit, and he kind of swims backwards a bit, going to the very back of the line.
I grab him as he comes by and pushes him forward. We've got this.
How can I argue with that?
You can't.
Buddy,
You'd be surprised.
you got this.
It never gets easier.
It does.
Pep talk.
He didn't throw this hypothetical scenario at me.
It gets better.
It always does.
One day at a time.
I'd vomit if I wasn't gonna swim through it.
Just keep swimming.
All right. Nice.
Bring it back. Bring it back around.
You all begin proceeding forward. The first person to break through will be the professor. Kind of coming out into this wide, opened underwater grotto, essentially.
Ooh.
Kind of like Ariel's space.
Any fork?
Yeah,
Is there
But,
crab
like-
playing the
but macabre and terrible.
oh.
Like Ursula.
So after Triton destroys it all.
Yeah, worse than that.
How can anything be worse
said
than that?
Ursula's lair.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, but
Daddy, I hate you.
I mean, even Ursula had standards of cleanliness.
Rough.
This space
Gross.
does not. There are broken bits of ship that find home within this space. Looking down, you're pretty sure you can see a collection of piled bones in the water.
What kind of bone?
Hard to tell from this distance. And you're not there.
Yeah. Hard to tell from your mile.
thousands of feet above?
You're just sitting there on the bottom. I wonder what kind of bones are
Yeah.
in this thing.
I am thinking that, actually.
Looking through this space, your dark vision, currently, especially with the enhancement that it's at currently, can see pretty much within this whole space. It's not terribly huge in here, but it is wide enough to definitely get some space going for yourself. What would you like to do?
I would like to look. I want to look for any potential movement or anything that looks like a living creature trying to camouflage itself amongst the rocks.
How much room is there where he's at?
Like ahead of him?
Yeah. No, like he's looking out of like a alcove type of a situation.
Oh, sure, yeah.
How-
The opening itself is probably 8 feet.
Okay.
And
Has my
also-
dark vision gone away?
No, it's still kicking.
I'll start casting Detect Magic.
As ritual.
For now as ritual.
Okay.
Perception disadvantage.
Disadvantage because of, dark vision just lets you make the check. You need double sight for that.
I always forget. Can I? No, I can't. 14.
14. Looking about this space, you do make out towards the very center at the bottom, there seems to be a collection of crates.
Remember that lady who wanted us to find her
I look down and I
That's to
see.
the north. I think we're in the east.
I think. Oh, this is rather odd. There seems to be a collection of crates at the bottom of this. Seems to somewhat match what Helena was mentioning, but the location's off. Unless that means that there's something working a large expanse of this lake.
Or this is completely unrelated.
It could be. There's multiple pieces of wrecks here and lots of bones around.
Bones.
Yes.
So something is here.
Here's my proposition.
Yeah.
I can move quickly. I will swim out into the open towards the crates. All of you that are able, prepare if something comes out at me.
I thought you were smart. All right. Why don't we wrap a rope around you and given the opportunity,
As far as I'm aware, the rope's still attached.
You're
Oh,
also
yeah.
roped up unless you said
Then-
otherwise.
why don't we,
I'll probably release because I'm casting.
the four of us,
Because I think the only people who are tied together are you two.
yes.
Everyone else was just holding onto a rope.
Okay.
So I will essentially tie myself to the end of said rope.
Mhm.
And then
And we've got 100 feet of rope.
Oh,
yeah, and
got
that
plenty of space.
that'll make it the distance.
Yeah, it should. It should with the diagonal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wolfgang's
It's
gonna
maybe
kinda, like,
30 feet down.
look out, look around, see if anything catches his eye, which I'm sure it doesn't. All right.
Roll perception check at disadvantage.
All right.
Can I talk while casting?
Yeah, you're focused on the spell, but talking isn't. You're smart enough to be able to like split.
Is it worth considering to tie the two Speedy McSpeedersons to the ends of the rope instead, so that they could, I watched a play once.
These are my favorite moments.
I know where
that
you're
was
going.
set on a really like snowy world, and there were gigantic elephantine creatures.
Okay, they were quadrupeds.
Yeah, quadrupeds that were taken down by these little like gliding birds
Okay.
that had twine in their mouths, and they wrapped around the legs
Yeah.
of these quadrupeds.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
King of the Amulets.
Yes, that one. Yeah, you've seen it too. Great.
Oh, yes, a rather riveting performance.
Yeah. I mean, maybe getting the two speedy ones together might enable shenanigery of the
Hilbo
sort.
Raggins, great character.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I gotta tell you, at first I was like, this is a terrible idea. I think you might have sold me.
Alright, we can manta ray.
I had to write that down.
King of the Amulets.
For the
Now
reference,
it's a real play in my world.
I'm now talking. For the real world, Battle of Hoth.
Yeah, the Battle of Hoth.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about.
I
Okay.
knew exactly what you were doing.
No, I went to the elephants.
Mhm.
In
Oh,
law.
I love that too. That's even better.
No,
Oh.
your thing was better.
Oh, okay. Well,
But I like the name anyways.
Well, I also like that the Battle of Hoth is the king of the amulets in my world now.
It's brilliant.
Canon. We did it 5 seconds ago.
Can't wait to see Kylos reenact that.
Oh God.
I think he was in that play. That's canon now too.
If you're willing, I'd appreciate the backup, but it's...
Yes,
He played Armalus.
let's do it.
Legolas, Armalus.
Uh-huh.
All right. So you're tying yourselves off to each other, or
Yeah, so
Like,
my
how do you
only,
want-
my
yeah, how do you
only
wanna tie
concern
yourselves?
is that I wanted everyone that has range available to cast something at range in case something comes out, so we get a round off. If she's with me,
I mean, I can swim pretty fast. with this
I can
armor.
give you my cloak of manta ray.
doesn't require too many. You just got to wear it.
You would no longer have a swimming speed, though, right?
Yeah, you lose your swim.
You would lose your swim
Well, I
speed.
would, but if I'm just going to be casting at a range,
Well, so swim speed does a lot more than just give you swimming. It makes all your attack rolls. If you don't have a swim speed, your attack rolls are at disadvantage, your saving throws are at disadvantage, and your ability checks are disadvantage. Because you're not gliding through the water anymore. With
I mean,
ease.
my swim speed now is, I think I'm at 40. Is it? It's the same as my.
It's whatever your movement speed is, and then your
and
long
then I'm
strider.
So yeah. So
But if the
How
eyes
long
are
does long
starting
strider go for?
an hour, so if the eyes are
An
starting
hour.
to fade, then
Yeah,
long strider's also
it's
starting to fade.
getting close to the end. You don't know exactly how long, but it's getting close.
whatever works. If you feel it better that the two of us
Well,
go.
how long ago did she cast that dark vision?
almost an hour.
He's keen mind, right? He knows exactly when she
Oh,
cast
yeah.
that.
Yeah. How dare you?
Thank you.
58 minutes ago.
We've got 2 minutes left.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to work at all. All right. This idea is getting worse and worse.
Well, then that's why I'm saying let's go now.
Let's go. And he just immediately goes.
I'll
Bloody yeah.
All right. You two are still tied together, moving forward.
Here, let's really quickly redo the rope so we're tied with like 10 feet apart.
Sure.
And then Nesta, you'll take the end of the rope.
Because it feels like we're on a clock, checks will be important. Let's see how quickly you can manage to retie and tie these ropes.
Okay.
It will determine when certain abilities will drop, so it's important.
Okay.
Since you guys are like working together, you can either both make your own check or one of you can make a check with advantage. This is a dexterity check, straight dexterity.
I will give you advantage. I don't have any dexterity. I have 0.
This is how well your fingers manage to fumble the knots.
10.
10. It takes a little while, but it's not terrible.
Like 2 minutes a while?
Your abilities are still up. You were able to do it within at least a minute.
Okay. I'd say we have about a minute left.
Let's roll.
Swimming off, you guys swim rather quickly.
That's fine.
You all
Nice
keeping
knowing
watch.
You're gonna die now.
Landing near these crates. What would you like to do?
I'm going to take the lance and try and find a groove and just.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
Oh, there's TNT in here.
Careful with DC on these crates.
Just a depth charge.
Very high.
That is a 26.
Yeah.
Oh.
You pop. It kind of floats. A bit of bubbles come out of the space, and in there you see these elongated fangs.
This is them.
I knew it. I
This
knew
is
it
it?
in my bones.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you on like.
And from this lower camera angle, you see massive jaws wrapping around you two as you guys notice too late a natural 20 stealth check. Giant shark, and that's where we're going to go to break. Because I need to build a new battle map.
Everything is awful!
That is my second natural 20 for these creatures. Because I nat 20'd on the giant octopus rolling a stealth check too.
No.
Remember that time we got eaten by a
Oh
shark?
Yeah.
my
I essentially I get a surprise round on you
That's
guys.
okay. You have Revivify, right?
I do.
Okay. That's all that matters.
I have
We
almost
will
70 HP.
pick back up into this fight. I'm very excited for this.
Oh god. Okay.
All right.
Well, it's been nice knowing y'all.
We'll see you guys soon.
Backup characters.
Oh.
And welcome back to this.
I just noticed the battle map.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What do I do with my pens?
All right.
I think it's fine.
Death Grotto.
Death Grotto.
Dotto.
Not done.
Greto.
DeGrotto.
Greta Thunberg?
Thunberg.
Thunderbird.
What's your last name?
Thunberg.
Thunberg.
Thunderbatch.
I think it's Thunderbird.
It's definitely not.
I'm not gonna say what I was going to.
What's that?
Nope.
When you just start riffing on words and you don't think about what the words mean.
Coming back into this moment with this massive shark with its fangs closing down around you, it gets a surprise round.
How surprising.
Very surprising. It has advantage on this attack roll against you.
Oh no.
Natural 20.
Hey,
Well,
look.
guys, I'm fucking dead.
I don't want to touch it.
Fucking shit. You look. Look.
I mean, I believe him.
I know, but I'd like to look at him.
Natural 20.
I was curious where the professor's story was going.
Straight into the jaws of a Meg.
Pop up, man.
Straight into the jaws of the megalon. It's a surprise round. Nobody can silvery barbs.
Yep.
Oh my god.
So right off the bat,
I have Revivify.
it's 36 points of piercing damage.
I am at a collective with the temp HP. I'm at 46.
Okay.
So
Let's see what the rest of the damage is.
stems or anything? What do we got?
That's a 10. So that's 46 points of damage. Or sorry, no. I read that wrong. It was actually a 1. Because I'm doing the 1-0, so I just saw 10.
Okay.
That was a 1, so it was 37. This was a 2, bringing us to 40.
39.
48.
okay, I'm not dead outright.
That's 48 points of piercing damage to you.
Are you unconscious though?
Oh hell yes.
Okay.
Its teeth digging into you, it's just going to keep you in its jaws. And then it begins to try and swim away.
So you basically hear me being like, "Oh, these are the fangs."
A scream of pain, and you just see him like eyes kind of locked with you, and just any coloration begins to fade, and blood begins to seep through. Though it looks very similar to that of like the octopus's ink. There's no color down here with your dark vision.
Oh my god.
And you start to feel yourself getting dragged up violently, snapping your neck slightly.
Oh boy.
With that, it is Kylos' turn.
You rolled higher than Britt?
No, so surprise rounder, it's still an initiative, but everyone who is surprised before that creature.
Oh, so not everyone was surprised?
Oh, right. No, it still goes all the way to the top.
Okay.
Kylos was surprised, yes, he did not notice. Sorry.
Okay.
Nesta, it is your turn. Frogman, you're on deck.
Healing word.
Thank God.
I see that. Ah!
Yeah, range of 60. Easy enough to do. 2d4 plus your wisdom.
Like nothing ever happened.
8.
8 points of healing. I'll say with that, there's no grappling effect that comes with this bite. So as you gain consciousness, it kind of is surprised by your sudden wriggling, and in that moment, you kind of rest free. So you're within melee range of it, but you're not actually grappled by it.
Okay, so I just.
Yeah. Now, so that was your bonus action. What else would you like to do?
And I will.
It's gonna have too much HP for that.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. I'll cast Sacred Flame.
Dexterity save. Fail. That's a 6.
Great.
6.
That's it? Just 1d8?
No, 2d8.
2d8.
Oh,
There's your bottom.
thank you, yes. 7.
7 points of sacred damage.
Sacred
Is it fire damage or radiant?
It's radiant. As it erupts, it kind of, and in that moment of light coming through, you actually get to see the coloration across this creature's body. It has like this dull, light dirt coloration to it. Like,
I was hoping it was a shrouded guest.
no, it's not. But along its body, you start to see like these holes that are appearing across it. Not necromantic in nature, but like a barnacle that's opening up, and from it you see that bit of haze that you've been
Coming
noticing
from
in
this
the
guy?
water.
Gross.
It's gonna make us blind if he gets the chance.
That was your action and bonus action. Would you like to move anywhere?
No, I'll keep my position.
Okay. Frognan, you're up. Professor, you're on deck.
So the nature of this haze, with a passive investigation, would I be able to deduce anything of? Because I imagine my detect magic did not go off.
No, you didn't have enough time.
Okay, so would I be able to detect anything about, or deduce, I should say, anything about like a curse or anything?
A passive's not enough for that. You need to make an
Okay.
action.
Okay.
That is actively searching your memory of all the time that you've spent studying things
Yeah. Won't
and
do
seeing
that.
what might relate to this.
Okay, what I will do is coming out of the where's our rocky outcropping behind us?
Oh, it's further. It's like right back here.
I'm gonna cast.
It's not too far away from
It's
where you are.
concentration. Fuck me. Do I do it? Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I do it.
Ooh, I'm savoring this. I'm making Zach struggle.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop my concentration on my alter self.
Okay. Taking in a
Um,
deep breath.
I can still breathe.
Oh, fuck. I keep forgetting water breathing is just on forever.
But I do take a deep breath as I consciously drop my ability to swim well.
Yes.
And I will cast.
Everyone can breathe.
Yeah, silent image coming out of a crevice. Actually, he's looking this way.
I
towards
mean,
us?
he's kind of swimming upwards, and then the professor rest free, so he's not directly looking anywhere.
Okay.
He's more looking at the professor.
So, in whatever I can perceive as the furthest extent of his sight, I'm going to try to silent image like a bleeding, dying dolphin. That is trying to wriggle out of a crevice and like it's
Like it's
struggling to get
stuck.
free.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Roll, and bear with me. Roll a performance check.
Okay.
But rather than using charisma, use your intelligence.
Okay.
How well of a performance can you make this do, or can you make this happen with your spellcasting ability?
10.
10. Okay.
Against his intelligence though?
It's not really against anything.
Okay.
Okay.
So a 10 of, bleeding,
10
tempting
dolphins.
bait.
That is very quiet. All right. Would you like to move anywhere?
Using very, very gentle strokes, trying not to create too many waves, I'll move 15 feet. 5,
Backwards a bit.
10, 15 backwards.
Okay.
And then I will try to, would you say that's about 60?
Yeah, more or less.
I will try to telekinetic shove him away from the prof.
Okay. Strength saving throw.
Uh-huh. Getting intel, if nothing else.
17.
Saves.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just feel how thick of a creature this thing is.
Mm-hmm. And that's my turn.
All right, Professor, you're up. Wolfgang, you're on deck.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of come back, and I imagine like when I went unconscious for that brief moment, like I let go of my shield and lance. They kind of just floated for a second, but I'll come to and grab them back. I'll put the shield on my back, switch to the great axe, and two-handed swing.
As you kind of come to consciousness, you also get a good look at the front of this thing's face. Its eyes are completely glazed over.
Ooh.
It's got blinds.
When you spend this much time in darkness, sight doesn't mean anything.
Swinging is a 27.
27 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
What did he say? Can't see what?
Can't see us
Can't
coming.
see us coming.
That is 13 points of slashing damage.
Nicely done.
As just part of the flavor, coming back and the adrenaline going, staying within range, I'm going to swim down to the underside and take a second swing.
As you go to do that, the opening of a wound on its body, some of that murk launches at you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. Mechanics. 17.
17, you save.
Thank fuck.
Yeah, you dodge out of the way and you watch as it kind of and disperses, and you swim down quickly
All right,
and take your second
attack.
strike.
I love it when you act it out.
why I
That
said.
is only a 14.
14 hits.
It's a big boy.
It's a big boy.
That is great to know.
Whoa, wow, that was everything.
That's another 13 points. of slashing damage.
Yes!
It's looking real rough.
It's doing okay for now.
Damn.
I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
9.
9. The spray, expecting that maybe the second swing there wouldn't be anything coming. You open up a new pocket and it splashes you in your eyes. You are currently blinded.
No! Bro!
Stop it!
Stop it! It's like the second time today.
You got your 2 attacks off though.
Yeah. Since I'm blind, fuck it. I'm mad. Full send. Action search.
Yes.
All right. Your attack rolls are at disadvantage.
I'm gonna try and
role play.
put my hand on it, or I'm gonna stick my axe out and kind of glide it along its body, and then spin around and swing down.
Sure. Roll to hit.
That's only a 13.
A 13 is its AC. You hit.
Amazing.
Oh.
Again, not a dexterous boy.
16 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
Daniel
done.
is fucking slicing and dicing, brah.
Last attack.
Oh my god.
Action surge.
Amazing.
Insured 2 attacks, baby. Fighters gonna fight.
Fighters going to fight.
Cool. That is a 16.
16 hits. Roll damage. All
Yeah,
4.
baby!
Even blinds.
I need to roll a 5. 5 or greater, and I hit.
Nice.
We're having sushi.
Max damage, 17 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
Ah.
I just swim around, ending in the same position that I started for the
Yeah,
sake
he
of
seems
mechanics.
mad that he
but
ate him for a second.
I just
Be a little mad about that too.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
All right.
amazing.
Reeling from that bit of damage.
I can't second window because I bonus action to switch to a great axe.
Wolfgang, it's your turn.
Seeing my good buddy, the professor, get eaten, Wolfgang's
Did
gonna.
59. You did 59 points of damage to that thing.
Damn.
Fighter's gonna fight.
Wolfgang will go into a rage, and
All right.
how far is this asshole from me?
At this point, probably 25 feet up. Yeah, easy enough to do. You
Straight
kick off
for
the
him.
ground.
With my axe, going for it.
All right, roll to hit.
Big old swing with advantage, right?
No.
One of these days I'll say yes.
Flanking?
Nice try, though.
Not technically.
Plenty. 24.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
And I will
This
put
thing is
a
a
smite into
Big
it.
sack of
Yeah, you go to
points.
I go
pump the
Mid
smite in.
points.
You feel nothing.
10, 15 damage.
Nice.
16, 17 damage.
17 damage.
17
Nice.
damage.
Rage.
My rage.
Nice. You stick the front of this axe into its belly, pulling out and make a dexterity saving throw.
Does it get to a point where it
15.
has so many open wounds that it just runs out of stuff?
We'll find out.
Just a gas bag.
15.
15 does not succeed.
Oh.
As it covers your eyes, but you
Felt pretty good.
quickly
Felt my
acclimate.
15. So, alright.
DC 16.
You got blindsight though. Fuck me.
I don't give up. Well, I mean, he runs away from me. I'm gonna have a hard time there, but. And then I have a bonus action, eh? And
Yep.
movement still.
Bonus, yeah, you only use 25 feet to get
So, am I able to use my rest of my movement and my bonus action to try to, like, grab onto his pectorals or some fins or something like that?
there. That's part of a grapple check. I would say no.
That's it.
Okay. It is now the shark's turn.
In this life, you either crank that soldier boy or it cranks you.
Yeah.
Okay. Deciding to focus in on you two. How do I? Yeah. You start to feel that ooze that's covering your eyes. You start to feel it seep into your skull, and you feel it slithering and traveling through your body as it starts to like congeal around your joints and muscles. Something inside of you just begins to slow you down.
Oh no.
You are currently at disadvantage for any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
And that's part of failing the saving throw from the first
It's
one?
part of an additional effect if you're currently blinded.
Gross. Yucky.
And I get to make a
Gross.
bite
Ow.
against you. Okay, that's a 18.
Riposte, motherfucker!
Okay.
Oh wait, no. I don't have my shield. It's 17. Fuck.
It's
It
17.
hits. I don't have my shield.
I hit.
Wait,
Even though
no.
you switched to great axe?
He did switch to great axe.
I switched to my great axe. It's a two-handed.
It's a
Oh,
weapon.
it's two-handed.
If I'm because if I have a lance, I have to be at
Mhm.
10 feet where I'm at disadvantage.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
But actually, won't riposte, but reaction shield.
Reaction shield. You need to be able to see the attack coming at you.
I'm pretty sure it just says.
It just happens when you take a
And
hit.
an invisible barrier magical force appears and protects you until the start of your next turn. You have a +5 AC, including against the triggering attack, and you take no damage from magic missile.
Yeah,
One
you just-
reaction which you take when you are hit by an attack or
hit by an
targeted
attack,
by a
yep.
magic missile spell.
Yep. So yeah, your shield appears, scraping off. That sucked. Let's see.
But I mean, since you're at disadvantage, you might as well lance, right? So you can get the shield.
Now, yeah, because I'm
that's
blind.
True. That's true. Good point. Good point. Well played. GG.
Yeah, so I'll switch to it next turn.
Because it's not your turn.
It will move back in that direction.
How much?
50 feet. Or as far as it can go.
50 feet.
And actually bring it all the way down to the ground too, so you can take it off its pedestal.
Uh-huh. Professor's still
Yeah,
riding?
Professor can stay on the pedestal.
Oh,
I'm
Professor's
probably
on.
up there as well
on the pedestal.
with him.
Yeah.
He gets an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, because you have blindside.
At not
Disadvantage.
At disadvantage
At
still?
disadvantage.
You grab the professor's
Because of the
on.
effect that's currently coursing through you.
14.
14 hits. Go and roll damage.
Fuck you, fishy. This fish is not a friend. 14 plus 5 is 19 plus 2 is 21 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
As it kind of swims to the tree. I just kind of put the axe out and it just scrapes into it. And,
Man, all this disadvantage, blindness doesn't do shit to you guys, apparently.
Yeah. We've
All I,
stacked.
all I can do is just start hurting you
and,
now.
then, and then as it retreats, Wulfgang just lets out a very large roar
All right.
in an attempt to intimidate this creature.
It is now Hylas's turn.
I love the raccoons
What's taking them so long?
digging at nails a little bit. Yeah.
What's that boat out there?
And he like, 2 swings.
Doesn't describe what he actually does, it just does it anyways. Sorry.
Someone salty in a lake.
Salt Lake.
That's shark.
It's not a salt lake.
Salt
We're not in Utah?
Okay, yeah, that definitely hits. That is 10 points of eldritch damage. And the second one hits as well. 10 plus 7. 17 points.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dogfish starts.
Dog's an hour late.
Oh, daylight savings.
After those 2 blasts go off, you just see just this oozing blood and whatever that murkiness is. This thing's looking rough.
Love it when a thing's looking rough. It's one of
Mm-hmm.
my favorite things that Dominic
It's
says.
a good feeling. Nesta, you're up. Frognan on deck.
Fairy fire.
Dexterity save.
Mm-hmm.
17.
Saves.
Oh.
Wah, wah.
With a straight 17.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
bonus.
Cast your spell.
Well, shit.
It fades, and it kind of like barrel rolls as it sees it, and the force of the water that it creates displaces the fairy fire.
Yeah. Wah. Alright.
It's kind of fun
Hummer.
to just visualize something. Like, I'm not
Hummer.
thinking about what I'm going to do.
Alright.
I'm just like,
Anything else you'd like to do? Okay.
wow, gross.
Frognan, you're up.
Okay, I will.
Get the feeling the dolphin's not working.
Yeah, I will make it swim closer.
Okay.
To see if
Like wounded.
yeah,
Sure.
a little limpy. And then I will
Professor, you're on deck.
cast Chill Touch at it at disadvantage because I have no swim speed.
Yeah.
Will still likely hit with a 20.
Oh, yeah. You hit.
2.
You definitely hit.
Nice.
Go and roll damage.
2d8 necrotic damage. 11 points necrotic.
Nice.
And then I'll spend my movement. Hide behind.
It's not really a wall.
Oh.
It's just to denote the ends of the wall. So this is just a corridor that just goes back. Sorry.
Further back. In the
Yeah,
corridor,
sure.
then.
Fine. 10, like 15? 15
Sure,
more?
15.
Okay. All right.
End turn.
Professor.
So, can I hear that this thing swam away from me?
Less of a here, but you did feel like, I mean, it's a huge creature. And
Yeah.
when it swam away, you definitely kind of like got tossed in its wake for a moment.
Okay.
And you kind of, but don't find any purchase.
Can I have would I have a general understanding of the direction it went to a point where if I charged forward with an attack, like I know it's a disadvantage because
Yeah.
I'm blind and such, but could I even make an attack?
Yeah. What's your passive perception? It's 14, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Your perception,
Okay.
your passive's pretty good.
Yeah. So, damn it, can't. Having that AC is too good. I'm gonna bonus action switch to the lance, take the shield out, and
Rocketing
Just-
down towards it.
bombshell in the last direction that I thought it went.
Are you trying to? Oh yeah, you're getting up right up close to melee.
Yeah, no, I am.
Might as well.
It might as well. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is just a full charge, lance
Shoot.
extended out.
You are a dart.
Yes. That is a
torpedo.
19.
19 hits.
Ooh, good
Roll
work.
damage. Man, even disadvantage don't do nothing to you guys.
12 points of piercing damage.
I don't know if you know this, We don't give a fuck about your disadvantage.
Clearly. Disadvantage is supposed to
Yeah.
do something.
Second attack. Nat 1.
Okay. What
If
happens?
it helps you with this, I will say that like my lance
like it's stuck
sunk
into it.
in.
Yeah, and you kind of you barely pull it free, but it's too much time to rip it free. Actually, no, I'll say your lance is currently stuck in there.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. I was like, the other thing I was going to do was take an attack of opportunity, but that seems a little dangy.
Cold-blooded.
Kill me, I don't care.
Well, no, I know you don't care.
Kill me, I don't care.
Wulfgang. Go.
To me.
With blind sight, Wulfgang, he's going to swim in the direction that he knows that.
Yeah,
Shark. I
it's
almost
easy
said
enough to
chicken.
bump into it.
You just
and-
heard me take off in a
Yeah,
direction
and
too.
with the context of him and the shark
Mhm.
going.
You're like, oh,
I'm
that way?
going
Oh,
right
that way.
after.
Yeah.
Aren't we still attached by a rope?
Yes.
We are. So
Yeah,
I
but it
actually-
has a lot of distance on it.
Man.
All right. So zipping towards it. Am I able to make contact with an attack
Yes, absolutely.
at disadvantage?
At disadvantage,
Which
doesn't mean anything.
because I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll a 16.
16 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
27 damage.
As long as if it stays within range, I can Commander Strike and have you
Yeah.
go.
You sink in.
Oh, it's just overhand, big ol' chop,
Big ol'
to its
honkin'.
dome.
The old
Alright.
honky tonk. I don't know what I just said.
Is it looking rough?
It's been looking rough.
Looking real rough?
It's looking pretty rough.
It's a gauge just of roughs.
I'm gonna bite at you. I can't roll to save my life. That's a 2 and an 8
Quite literally.
for a total of 17.
Riposte!
Yeah, go ahead and roll the hit. Disadvantage.
I love a good doctor.
Actually, you're stuck. You had a nat 1. I will say if you use riposte, you'll free yourself up for your next round. That's part of the punishment of the natural 1.
Okay, I'll accept that.
Okay, so as a reaction, you're able to get out of it.
I reject that.
You like dodge out of the way, swinging underneath, and just pull the blade out or the lance out.
Can I still do at least the D8 of superiority dice when I pull it out?
At least the D8, yes. Just whatever you roll in the D8.
4 points of piercing damage, motherfucker!
Right. I'll take it.
And it kills it.
And I'm going to action surge.
It's a fighter shark.
It's a trained shark.
I'll just give it abilities if I deem it's appropriate.
You're like, oh, I'm getting fucked up. Action search.
Well, it's when it's at half HP or lower, it gains access to this ability.
Sure it is.
That is a 21 to hit.
Ow. That hits.
Okay.
Ew, no flirting.
You guys stop being married for like 2 seconds.
Just hanging out with Triska, my lizard.
23 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, I'm back under.
All right. Kylus.
It had to do 46 points damage to kill me outright, so I got halfway there.
Mm-hmm. Kylus is gonna
You're out.
2 Eldritch Blasts. Oh, that's not as good. That still hits. Dude, I've done this to myself. 8 points of damage on the first one,
Was that going at you?
and then
Eldritch Blast.
second one
With the shark.
for a total of
Oh, this
hits.
is Kylus.
And that's 10 points of damage. Nesta, you're up.
Kill this
Healing
bitch.
word, 5 points.
Are you within range?
7, 8, 9.
60 feet?
60 feet? Oh.
Probably not, but
Yeah,
I'm sure you can swim it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you just got
Yeah, I'll
closer,
get close.
that, I mean, that's more than enough.
I'll get close. I'll cast healing word. You get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of healing.
One more than I was at. Oh, not 90.
And then I will Sacred Flame that guy.
All right.
That guy.
That guy.
That is a 5 total.
Excellent. That will be.
Thank you so much.
Oh, of
Make sure you
course. Yeah.
We love a cleric.
6 and 8. 8 points.
Spotlight's on you, with 1 HP remaining.
Love to see
With
it.
one. So
It had
me
11
pulling it out could have killed it.
Potentially.
Well, no, because it had the. You still
Kylus.
have to do Kylus' turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
oh, right.
Because Kylus rolled a 10 on his last damage, and it was at 11 HP.
Okay.
Like seeing my friend go unconscious again, I think would like fuel some like inner like anger in me, and as I come forward, my eyes kind of glaze over like they do when I go in my corporal form, and my sacred flame is heightened with the powers of Lunaris and just fucking creams through the frickin' shark.
With whatever light can manage to muster its way through this darkness, the anger and wrath of the dragon wrath moon jettisons from the sky, breaking through the water, the darkness, and then the dirt colliding into this creature. Radiant red energy erupting out as it screams. You see this spiritual force emanate from its mouth, the imagery of this horrifying looking woman. Hair of like seaweed kelp, one eye larger than the other, with the other one that kind of lazes off to the side, with these gnarled, jagged teeth made of stone, bone, and glass. It screams out before vanishing, and the shark.
What the fuck?
Did we all see that?
Oh, all of you saw that.
I
Anyone who was
didn't.
conscious, and you were.
Cool. So I wake up from unconsciousness. Is that the first thing that I see?
Yes!
I quit.
The professor wets himself. But no one knows.
Yeah,
'cause
luckily
they're
it's underwater.
underwater.
Well, he went under. He might have actually shit himself.
Just a tiny bit.
I'm not peeing just because I'm scared of there being that ink in the pool that like
Oh yeah.
turns
like
it blue.
people will know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was an old wives' tale.
I
Or a
don't
new
know.
wives' tale, because I don't think that was something they didn't want.
It's a full lie, yeah.
Yeah, they don't remember that when I was a kid.
They just started saying that so people would stop peeing in the pool.
Never stopped me.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I would never pee in a pool.
Brendan Lee Mulligan peed in a pool to test it when he found out as a kid.
didn't work.
Yeah, he was just like, oh, this is bullshit.
Yeah, I figured it was bullshit. Anyways,
Coming back into
Cool.
that moment,
Yeah.
the echoes of that scream bouncing around within these walls, within this space, within the water, before it all settles.
So-
As I come back from unconscious the second time, still feeling the stuff on my eyes, I assume, for at least a little bit.
Yeah, it'll start to fade over time, but it does kind of have like a lasting effect. You're feeling your joints are the first thing that are starting to kind of come back.
I figure I'm like ghost white, and you see just as blood is just coughed up in front of me.
I'll swim up to him and
Mop it up.
attempt to lay on hands, even though I know it's not going to work.
Roll me a D100.
There you go, buddy.
No, I'm good. I got it.
Okay.
Gotta trust his own dice.
A 96.
Wow.
That is a 96, right? Yeah, that is a 96.
You place your hand and you see a bursting of light.
One more day.
Fuck.
One more
Stuff
day.
was-
One day
kinda was
more.
like- Worth a shot.
In this moment, I will second wind.
Go ahead.
That is 9 points of healing.
Just air bubbles off the wind. And I say, nice. And then I swim away a little bit.
Did we? Is that lady dead?
What was that?
I think that was that hag we were told about.
You doing all right over there?
No,
You look great.
I don't feel great.
Wolfgang's gonna swim down and, as he's been doing lately, starts picking some teeth out of that fucking thing's mouth.
Sure, absolutely.
Trophies.
It is around this point that the extended dark vision and long strider fade.
I'm like,
Yeah, you got.
Fuck.
Well, you can't see anything, but you're like, oh, I can
I'm
kind of
still just like,
feel it out a bit.
Wait, Nesta, cast that light again.
I'll cast light
Boom. What are you casting it on?
on my shield.
Boom. You create essentially a flashlight.
There you go.
Huh, it's
There's
like
light within the space now.
still.
Is there some like leftover light from that boom of sacred?
I will. Yeah, there's like a bit of energy kind of crackling across the giant shark's body.
So as I'm digging the teeth out. So, did we just 2 birds, 1 stone here?
I believe so. I'm gonna swim back down
3
to
birds. The crates.
That's the second bird.
Oh, I thought that.
the crates with the fangs.
Sure.
I'm gonna try and collect up. I'm gonna open every single one.
Yeah, opening them up. There's 2 major crates of basilisk fangs. There's an extra crate of just kind of general supplies. In there, you notice these as like magical enchantment, like bottles and cases of different incense and dusts.
Do we have a bag of holding on us?
I have a chest to hold.
Yeah.
He is you got a little box of holding.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask if I can borrow that.
Just kind of. Oh, that's a great idea. And I kind of just in the water at you.
I'm gonna take all the basilisk fangs and.
Yeah, it'll take a little while, but
Yeah.
Can
you're
you?
able
Does it look
Can
like
you?
these were the missing shipment that we were told about?
I mean, this matches that description.
Can you get everything in there?
Probably.
I would love if you're amenable to it. Can I just have one of them to keep in my person? I'd love to study it until we give it back.
Be,
Yes. What the basilisk fangs?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
be
No,
incredibly careful with that.
yes, absolutely.
What? Like, just don't do this?
Nope, he did it. All right.
You're dead now.
Yeah.
Making a character.
Oh well, that didn't work.
Snake bite enter my vein.
I just want to study it for a couple of days.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you'll have a couple days. We're gonna go return this right now. But that'll be between you and your new friend.
That's fair. That's
Honestly,
fair.
I feel like we can take the night to rest after this.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've earned it.
Nesta, as you're kind of examining and looking this over, these crates have written text on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Across on a diagonal, it says Creations Inc.
Creations Inc.
INC or INK?
INC. INC. Dot.
Do I recognize that name?
You've heard it talked before. It's a major. They are actually the ones responsible for the creation of the Thunder Engine. They're the ones who
Oh.
pioneered that technology and brought it forward. The Creations Inc. is a huge corporation
So there's a
that
good
functions
chance.
primarily within Tonkton.
There's a good chance. Oh, I've definitely heard of them. Then.
Yeah, you've definitely heard of them.
I wonder if we report our findings. Well, obviously we can tell Murky that we killed the vorpal fins and a megalodon, but I wonder if we report our findings about this ghastly woman, if there perhaps there's some folklore or legend in the area related to it that maybe they know about, and they could potentially piece together.
I mean, that's possible, but do you think we really solved the whole Vorpalfin problem? I feel like this woman is behind it.
Yes, but unfortunately, we've got no inclination on where that thing went, or if it was outcast from it and just went back to, I don't know, the ethereal plane, perhaps, or if it just went somewhere else.
There was a split, right? There was a fork in the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a split. We took the right path. What if we took the left?
Do you think you could handle another fight?
I mean, I've been a little conservative, especially if it's against magic. I got a couple of punches left in me.
Nest?
The way I see it, if we came back with these as our find, I think that's a successful mission.
But is it a success for your town?
Oh. I think it's a success, yes.
I think the question being proposed is this a full solution to the problem, or just a band-aid that's going to come off?
I don't know what a band-aid is, but I get the idea.
Yeah. I think he means a
don't-
bandage.
Oh, yeah. That makes more sense.
I think we've
In
learned-
Ristalia, we have this advanced medicine.
We've learned this.
Do I have to roll a
No,
check?
let's just
The
keep
way
it
I
going.
see it, the way I see it is that we've learned very valuable information. We know this location. We know what we're up against. We are all more or less damaged in some way. I personally think it might be a good idea to go back and then come back.
I'm with
this
Shark
one.
Killer on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll
And
take it.
What a title.
I do miss Rengwin.
Who? Oh, yeah. And I tell you what, though, she's gonna be pretty pissed she missed all this.
Yeah. Maybe we should spend all of our next D&D session teaching her how to swim.
I'm really not sure what you mean by that, but why don't we go to the surface?
Sometimes I pretend like I'm an adventurer, even while I'm adventuring. And, like, I imagine if I was going to make a game out of this, how would I tell a story?
Hey, how you guys
Probably
doing down there?
communally with friends.
There needs to be alcohol in this.
I'm gonna send a psychic message to Ren, and I'll say, we're all right. Just survived a pretty big battle with a shark. I killed it. We're heading back soon.
Tell her your name's Shark Killer now. Tell her.
I'm not telling you that.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
tell her that.
say the.
I'm gonna call you
equivalent-
Shark Killer
I'm
now.
gonna say the equivalent of I loosened it up for you.
Yes,
That's
you
Okay,
both-
well, I saw some
Yes,
stuff too, so you guys should come up here and we can talk about it.
Cool. Did you kill a shark too? Wait, no.
Yeah, you're
Can
connected.
you
Yeah,
talk
you
to
are-
both of us?
You are not all connected, but you're connected to me
Yeah.
and Nesta's connected.
Consider her like an operator. If you wanted to get in contact with her, you would message, she'd
So
message.
you probably didn't hear her
Do you
side.
know?
Yeah.
You
her
did because you were
extension?
standing right next to her, but you didn't hear what I said to Nesta.
There we go.
Sure. Yeah, so I dial 411.
Anyways, so we start to make our way back to the surface.
I don't even have a fourth wall anymore.
Yeah.
It's just rubble.
It's just a
Speaking of rubble, we approach
Right.
that thing, and I'm gonna, knowing that it's coming up, I'm gonna try and torpedo myself
Yeah.
through.
and move Earth while he's doing that.
Before we leave the chamber, I want to search the chamber.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation check.
With the professor's help, of course. Right?
I'll
Sure.
cast guidance.
Or Nesta's guidance.
Are you looking for thingamabobs?
And who's what's its?
So add a D4 to your ability check.
Do you want to assist?
Yeah, also, what's your invest?
+3 to my investigation.
I've got +5,
So why don't you investigate?
+8.
and also I can tactically assess as well.
That's
Alright,
true.
she'll cast guidance on you. I'll assist. You get your advantage. How's that sound? I roll 87 die.
Okay, that is 19 with the dice, +5 is 24 for the sake of it, tactical assessment.
Yeah, this made way more sense for him to search.
27 investigation.
27. All right.
You're fine.
Find
find
Atlantis.
A million
Right.
gold.
Just unearth from the bones. This was a door.
Everyone, I've made a discovery.
Searching about this space, you're digging through bones until you eventually come to Earth in certain spots, moving about. You notice in the far back where the shark had rested, you kind of, with assistance from muscles, over here, you got plenty of strength here to move the body over to the side. You notice that there's kind of like a desk or counter space that has been set up over here. You didn't recognize it initially because it's been carved out of the wall. It used part of the stone as the natural formation to the cave to carve out this space. It just looked like any other part of the wall until you got closer.
Now I'll investigate that further.
Oh yeah, well we'll keep running with that number.
Yeah.
Looking through the space, there's like stone hatches that you're able to open up and look through the area. Most of it seems to have been cleared out, except for one piece of parchment. What languages do you read?
I read Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Infernal.
Run that by me one more time. That was a lot more than I expected.
You gave me the linguist feat!
I know!
Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, Infernal.
You actually don't know what this was written in.
I'm there with him.
Mm-hmm.
Is it written in Gnomish?
No.
Okay, it's the best I can help with.
I will say, though, you recognize the script, and strangely enough, you never learned it in your own hometown. your real hometown. It's written in Sylvan.
I wish I was there.
Doesn't one of us? Yeah, don't you know that?
I'm pretty sure Kairos reads Sylvan.
It'd be stupid if he didn't.
What will you give me for it?
Oh my god.
Kairos, I almost died twice.
Oh, boo-hoo, baby got a boo-boo.
Is that what he
Wow.
says?
In like a playful, sarcastic form.
I'm like reaching for my axe.
And I'll put your hand down. Let me see. Thank you. I'm just gonna. No, we're all good here, friends. There we go.
No, this is Sylvan. I don't understand this.
Oh fuck. Take it back.
He kind of starts swimming away.
Does he not read Sylvan?
No.
Oh, I thought he did.
What a twat. All right. I'm pretty
kinda
Well,
sure.
down here it says common and primordial. That's all he's got.
Maybe Raingwin reads Sylvan.
Maybe you could ask her.
Yeah, I think it's on our character sheet.
Raingwin, do
Ha!
you read Sylvan?
Oh God, you scared me.
Sorry. Do you read Sylvan?
I don't know. I might. What's it look like?
We'll show you when we get it.
I was ready for that description.
I was very much ready for that. How many keys did I pull?
Roll D100.
Love rolling
Kind of up to you.
Uh,
I didn't mean to.
3.
3. You get 30.
Oh, nice.
Whatever you rolled, I was
I'll
going to
roll
times
it
by
up
10.
Ooh.
Put it in my pack.
Damn,
Okay.
I really wish I would have rolled much higher than that.
Well, you were also fully investigating, searching. You weren't just doing this.
Fair.
So,
If that's a magical scroll, I could also identify it.
I'm not sure if there is, but here, while we're trying to break through, take a look at it, see if you can figure anything out. But I really would like this back as soon as you're done.
Of course, yeah, you bet.
I'll pass it off to Rogan.
Oh, it's not prepared, so I can't actually use a spell slot on it. But I will, as we're doing it, I'll ritually cast Identify.
okay.
I'm gonna start trying to break through
helping.
the rubble.
All right. With enough time, you guys are able to break through. There's no real rush in this scenario. So you do eventually break through. During that time, you do get the Identify spell active. No magical properties on this.
Oh, weird. I thought it might be a spell scroll, but it's not. Maybe it's history.
Must be some sort of ledger or note or something.
Yeah.
I'll go back to the library when I get a chance, see if I can't find some sort of translation book for Sylvan, and get to work.
Yeah, I think as the locals here say.
Wait. If I could find a book with Sylvan, if the airship and Sim haven't left yet, perhaps I could have Sim translated.
I
Oh
mean,
yes, Sim,
yeah,
that's what Sim does.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a great idea. Help me with these rocks. Come on.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm doing this as I'm like.
And
You all eventually
Mulder.
break open a path, and you're able to head on out that way if you would like.
We would like.
All right. You continue swimming forward. Some time passes before you come across that murky haze again. Seems like it hasn't dissipated.
Well, are
How
we
long-
going back to the surface? Want me to try to dispel it?
How long ago was that? Were we through here, Professor?
Since you initially came through here,
Yeah.
it's maybe been 30
There's
minutes.
no maybe about it.
It's almost 30 minutes.
Okay.
Al-
Mother.
I'm not
almost-
going to say more words if I don't have to.
Almost 30 or exactly
Caveman
30,
talk from now
Professor?
on.
28 minutes, 37 seconds, 38 seconds, 39 seconds,
Yeah,
Thank you.
40 seconds.
You can
Alright.
do it. I'll let you do that. I don't have key mind. You do.
All right. What does that mean?
Well, my guess is that this concoction in the water is naturally occurring from that shark.
All right. I tie the rope off around me. Give it to you two. And go through.
Yeah.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if it seems like it's beginning to dissipate at all, or if it's holding steady?
I would say that's more an investigation check.
I'll do
Arcana is more about discerning magical properties of things.
13.
13. Seems about the same.
Okay. Carry on my paladin.
The sight disappears for you all as you travel through.
It's just me.
Oh, you're just going through?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, I
my-
think I'm following.
Are you?
Yeah, I feel we'll all follow.
Yeah, we
Oh.
okay this way.
Following my dad, my dad.
Swimming through the same path you guys slowly trek your way through, less so out of hesitation and more so to not bump into walls. You eventually feel your hand touch a dead octopus as you swim past. You all
As I go by, I slice a tentacle off.
okay?
I'm eating this fucking octopus tonight. Oh,
Easy
wait.
enough
We
to
have
do.
a whole ass Goliath
Did we
fish
ever eat
waiting
the
for
fish?
us.
Yeah.
Oh, I want both.
Having his cake and eating it too.
You
Yeah.
eventually come out of the murk
Paul loves octopus.
and you find
It's delicious.
the split path. Left would be back to where the entrance was.
Last double check. Are we investigating or heading back?
No, I think we're coming back for this baby.
Yeah, I kind of think
We're coming back for it.
Wow.
Throw
What
it
a
back.
callback for us.
How are you feeling?
That's like a year ago.
Yeah.
6 months ago or so.
Half as decent as I should be. Honestly.
But not half as good as you could be.
Exactly.
Well, a good night's rest and some, well-cooked fish will do us good.
Excellent. To be honest, if we're going to be leaving from here, I'd rather not take the time to come back.
Well, I mean, we can always chat and see if the fishermen have renewed danger. If we're still here, it might be worth it to come back. But if
Yes.
not, at least we can save Paula's store and get some cool stuff going on.
Yes,
That's the answer.
At the very least, let's see what we've done today is resolve the situation, and if
Yeah.
it requires further investigation, we know where to start. And I know how to get us back here.
All right, to the surface.
Go team.
Good team.
To the surface.
All right. You all swim, making your way out of the cave and directly upwards. Slowly but surely, the light and color coming back to your sight before you crest out of the water with a boat and Ringwin.
I full send Dolphin out.
I can't dolphin noise. It's not queued up yet.
Wait.
We'll keep going
Keep
as she
role-playing,
finds
I'll
it.
pull it.
You bust out of the water with an excellent dolphin noise. Insert here. And your friends are back.
Hey guys, how'd it go?
There it is.
There it was. Was it loud enough? I'll go again.
Go again. As Nesta comes out.
Whoa, that was awesome.
Yeah, she's got tricks.
You see that as I come out and clamber back up on the ship, I have many holes in my body.
Oh my god, Professor, are you okay?
I'm just kind of slump over and just.
Nesta, can you help him?
No.
He looks bad.
He's fine.
He looks disgusting.
He's faking it.
He kind of became a bit of a shoe toy for a big old shark, but don't worry, I'll take care of him later.
Oh, whatever, Kylas.
Don't want that kind of help, Kylas.
You haven't had my legendary massages yet.
Oh, a massage does feel good, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Can I do
Wow,
anything
we're
for
letting
you?
go.
Why don't we
Do you have a paper I'm supposed to read?
head to shore?
Oh, yes. Do you know this language?
I'll pass her in.
Oh yeah, it says.
Yes, as you do speak Sylvan. It is essentially, there's no tear to this paperwork, but it does seem that it was originally threaded into a binding, and that probably since came loose over time. And this page is whatever was left from a full book. Reading through it, it talks about these wicked surface dwellers, knowing not what they sit upon. A festival on the horizon, and some fun that could be had.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but it sounds pretty ominous.
That's cryptic as hell.
You don't think they mean? I don't know. This looks like an old page from an old book, but isn't there a festival happening over here pretty soon?
I mean, the Nesta, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand, this festival has happened annually for quite some time, yes?
Yeah, and actually I would say we have a lot of festivals. these people know how to party.
Have you had any especially eventful ones in the past, or?
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember a lot of them, but
Well, tell us just your favorite one.
I mean, like we're
Kinda
scary stuff from the
Get the
water.
sails
happened.
moving. Sure.
nothing from my memory, right? That weird water stuff happening during a festival?
Roll a history check.
Uh, 12?
Nothing terribly weird. There's a lot of like water magic tricks that happen. They bring out a lot of different mages to utilize the control water spell and a couple other spells at their disposal to do water shows. But beyond that, nothing like what you've been seeing down there. That's dark, ominous, terrible. It was always for fun. It was always for a visual spectacle unlike anything people have seen.
Yeah.
Well,
I would
maybe you
relay
could bring
that.
it to your temple and see what your boss thinks.
I like it.
I have a working theory.
Oh?
Well, this mentioned that not knowing what the surface dwellers sit upon, how much of the depths of this lake has truly been explored?
It's a good question. Not much, I believe. I mean, outside the city limits, I think there's not a lot of activity.
Then there could be something powerful, potentially dangerous, somewhere held within this lake. And whatever this writer or creature is knows about it. And, well, after reading this, my concerns of that ghastly image that we saw, just being that of an image, are now.
What did you
I
say?
have a feeling that that visage that we saw is connected to something that truly is living at the bottom of this lake.
Oh,
And
you
perhaps We
What?
only
What
scratched
was it?
the surface of it.
She was hideous.
Like a hag?
You know what a hag
You
is?
see Kylus just kind of shiver.
Sure, she's.
Yeah,
she-
Kylus is always talking about him.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
I did encounter one nasty bitch of a one.
Yeah.
Was
Not
it
here.
the same one? Oh, it wasn't the same one?
I mean, from what I could tell, no, definitely not.
Was it by the seaside?
No, in a swamp.
Oh, I don't know if this is relevant at all, but while you guys were underwater, I saw a guy in a boat. And he was like 2 miles away, and then there was like this split in the water, and another guy just came right out of the water and got in the boat with him, and then they left.
Oh.
So I don't know what that was about, but I couldn't get close enough to see much more.
Sounds like you had an active couple hours.
Yeah, it was pretty boring actually, yeah.
Oh.
Maybe, since we've been successful, perhaps we can sway Murky and ask him about if any other boats have been out in the area.
Yeah, bet.
If he's got some sort of ledger, perhaps we could find out what it is.
It looked like he was coming from,
It's a good idea.
it looks like the boat came from, not from the city, but then it headed to the city.
Do you think you'd be able to point out the boat if you saw it again?
I don't know, it was pretty far away. It looked like any other boat. I know the guy had a cloak on, but I didn't get to make out any features. But I did think it was kind of weird that he picked up a guy from the middle of the ocean, water, lake.
That is pretty strange. Professor, don't theorize too much.
You know I can't help it.
Blood is literally all over the place.
Let's go back and get us some good
Every
rest.
single time he like starts thinking hard, it just like spurts out.
So you killed,
Good
did you kill
rest,
all the things that we're supposed to
healing.
kill?
Yeah, I killed them all.
And an octopus.
Yeah, I killed it.
And
I
a
pull
shark.
Out, I pull out
Yeah,
the
I did it.
tentacle. Yeah, we killed an octopus.
Oh, cool.
We're gonna eat this shit later.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So then we
Again.
just need to come back and look for
I
Paula's
loosened it
stuff.
for everyone.
Yes, Professor, you were incredibly helpful. Thank you for almost getting eaten.
So are we gonna go out and look for Paula's stuff tomorrow?
Oh,
About that.
I'm gonna take out the chest and
basilisk thing.
We found all of it. It was,
Whoa, really?
which that's another piece of the puzzle, is that we're a few miles out from where this was suspected to be.
I'm
Well,
really glad
maybe-
we did this first.
Yeah. But can I just say, you're really good at prompting us about all the things that we've done underwater. Like,
almost like you were
really
there.
good intuition.
Well, you told me about the octopus and the shark.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I think as we sail back,
Why
we
did
would we would
I got these
regale
teeth,
all
too.
the
I'm
stories
assuming
of
all
how
of this
we-
conversation is happening while
we're
we're
Yeah,
sailing
he's
back.
already angled the
That's
sails, and Kylos is like listening and like haphazardly like guiding. He kind of like bumps the
That's a
rudder. And
huge
he's like, yeah, it's
shark,
roughly where
too.
we need to go.
It was a huge
I
shark.
mean, keen mind, I can direct this exactly back where we need to go.
You know exactly where you need to go. Kylos is just bumping rudders.
Every
That sounds like a
I
sexual
don't like
act.
that statement. Please take it back.
No, I can't. I'm Kylos.
Bumping rudders.
How big are the
Every time Kylos messes with the rudder, I kick him in the shin.
How
Stop.
big are the megalong teeth compared to the dragonel teeth?
Girl,
Oh,
have you seen
huge by
Megalon
comparison.
teeth?
Huge by
No.
comparison. Each one of
Your hand.
those, yeah, each one of those teeth could be turned into a dagger of its own.
I gave her 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm putting them in my
Anybody?
inventory.
Anybody want a souvenir? 1, 2, 3.
I want.
Yes,
I want 2.
I love having a.
Oh, sure.
2 for you, 1 for you.
Teeth.
2, 3, 4.
You know, megalodon
5.
teeth are you can find so many in the ocean because shark are constantly just growing and growing and
I do
growing
know
their
that.
teeth and shedding them all over the place. So there's megalodon teeth like
Both
all
Paul-
over the place.
Both Paul and
Is
Wulfgang
that
knows
Brittany or?
Sorry, that's pretty.
Hey, you're one to talk.
Yeah, okay.
Bet, Frognand.
That's common language down in Hobble Hollow.
Frognand's a
Also, I was trying to make a
weirdo.
pun on the MLB All-Star Mookie Betts.
Wow, what a pull.
Megalodon shark
Bringing
tooth
up
description.
sports in a D&D show.
How dare you, sir?
Boom! I teach theater and I like sports. Come at me, nerds.
Boo.
Excuse me, if you're true nerd, you can only pick one.
Yeah. We're gonna gatekeep the hell out of you. All right. You all begin sailing off back towards the city. Bit of time goes by, nothing too terrible. Knowing exactly where you need to go, a lot easier to get back to the city by this point. Eventually you see it pop up on the horizon. Another one of those massive lunar pads seems to be coming a bit into a glow as the evening is quickly progressing forward. By the time you get back, it's probably nearing 7 o'clock.
We still got plenty of time to get dinner.
Oh yeah.
All right.
You guys started this adventure way early in the day.
Did you ever want to get licensed? We have time for that tonight.
I did it.
Yeah.
Superstar!
I did it. Yeah, I did it earlier. Today.
Nice.
Do we see Mookie anywhere?
Yeah, I'm gonna get once we hit land. I'm gonna find.
Yeah,
Mickey.
pulling off on up to the docks, you see Mookie has his feet up on a barrel, and he's eating. He has like a block of cheese and some bread with him.
I guess before I talk to Mookie.
You should ask him if he saw any weird dudes in cloaks get off.
I'll try and see if I can.
Because I think they were headed this way.
I'll see if I can discern anything.
Walking.
I'll go and talk to Mookie.
Yeah, well, we're all walking up to him. I kind of take the tentacle and put it down. Take a megalodon tooth and put that down. Job's done.
Well, shit, ain't none of one of those things a vorpal.
Oh. Yeah, we killed all
We also
those
have
too.
all those carcasses, though.
You do.
Oh, we did say
Yeah.
those carcasses.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to heft one right now.
Just
Help me, I'm small!
I'll take it and flop it down. Boom.
Yeah, we killed them all.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Professor, who's dying? Frognand, explain to the gentleman how this all worked out.
So, you ever heard of a sea hag?
All right. So, anyways, killed the fish. They took us somewhere. We killed the things down there. We think that solved the problem.
I don't think it did.
okay. Listen,
It's about to cost us 2,000
we
gold.
killed a number of things. We're
He-
hoping
yeah, I can
that this
tell.
has been enough to keep the area safe for the festival.
It costs 2,000 gold to kill you.
Oh, sure. Well, I mean, we'll do a sweep of the lake nearby within the perimeter of the city and see if anything starts causing a commotion.
Yes, if anything does, let us know. The area that we found, there was another path that we could have explored, but, well, due to the
Blood
state of
pouring out of his body.
myself,
Right.
I felt it was safe to come back and at least rest. So, if
If-
there's more to explore, we will be happy to take it up and
If you talk with some of the guards in the area, I'm sure you can get a voucher for today to get some healing at the temple, especially with all the work you've done.
Yes, well, perhaps the next time we talk about taking on a job like this will be our own guild within the city.
I mean, that's the offer that's on the table. If you want me to, I can bring back the good news to the council. I can get an answer for you guys before the day's out.
Well, we should really give you the full scoop, because I was being kind of silly, trying to negate what the much wiser gentleman next to me said.
Wulfgang kind of does this on your shoulder and squeezes.
So we really significantly thinned the herd. There was a whole swarm of vorpal fins. There was a giant octopus and a megalodon, as you can see of all of our evidence.
We did hear reports about that further up into the north.
All of that's gone, so it should be safer. But because we want to be a guild here and want to have a good reputation how we start, we think they might be controlled by some kind of larger magical force. And we think that force might still be at play. So we've solved temporary symptoms that I think should save lives, and I think is worthy of a reward by the council. So feel free to posit that with them. But I think there might be an even greater quest than even the council is aware of that we might have to go upon, that I honestly think is much more dangerous than dealing with a ton of vorpal fins, and might require even more negotiation for even more substantial compensation.
Halfway through his explanation, Wulfgang kind of like pulls his hand away and is like,
He's quite the talker.
I did not expect
Like,
that.
in the best way. Yeah, no, you're good.
That kind of nailed it from start to finish.
Yeah.
I'm a little shit, but sometimes I'm smart.
On that note, actually, if you're going to be recommending us to this council in order for us to start a guild, I'd also like to request an audience so that way we may talk with them. I'm assuming this council knows quite a lot about the history of the city.
Oh, sure. Some of them.
There's multiple inquiries that I would like to make in regards to things that we have discovered. And, I mean, given the nature of it, perhaps some of these things may be, I mean, just given my knowledge of where I'm from, I know my governing bodies hold on to close-kept secrets of the city.
Oh, sure.
I imagine that perhaps this could be related to something, but as we've put ourselves out in this and discovered these things, I feel that we are adequately equipped to help handle these, and the more information that we know, the better.
Sure. Were you wanting that meeting to happen tonight, or did you want to
No, I
time
want
to
to
rest?
drink and sleep.
Sure. That's kind of what I was expecting.
And we have a Goliath fish feast waiting for us.
I've actually never tried it before.
You
You
should come.
You should come with us.
Mookie, you have to come.
You gave us the job.
It's her fish.
I bought it.
I want a persuasion check at advantage from someone.
Me.
Okay, yeah.
Get it.
Yeah, she hasn't rolled all night, really.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Movie do something.
Finally part of the party.
Let me hear the clickety clack.
You're in that sweet clickety clack, bro.
Did you say with
Guidance?
advantage?
I
With
heard a
advantage,
guidance
yeah.
in there?
Guidance,
I heard a guidance. I heard guidance.
What's that mean?
+4.
Get get a
Plus
D4.
D4.
Add a
Roll a
D4 to
D4.
it.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, as well on top of the advantage.
As a nice
20.
welcome back.
Dirty 20.
20. Okay.
Tactical
no,
persuasion.
no. On a singular roll for yourself, yes.
Commander's talk.
Because I got a 16 plus 5, 21.
And then
Oh,
plus
perfect.
whatever you
15.
rolled for
15,
The,
I can count. 15 plus 5 is still 20.
Yeah.
and then plus whatever you rolled for the D4.
That is the D4.
Yeah,
That
she
was
rolled a
what-
1.
I only rolled a 1. Oh.
That's more than enough for this dude.
Okay.
He kind of looks around and he's just like, "You gents can wrap up, right?"
He's got a little hesitation. I go, come on.
Hey, do it.
You gents can wrap up.
Yeah.
Less of a question, more of a.
Mookie!
I'm not expecting this dude.
Anyways, we're at the Drowning Roots.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah.
Best night of his life.
You go make contact with the council,
Right,
talk to them
right.
about that thing,
I'll get all the
about a
info over.
reward, the whole thing, and
Sure.
then we'll meet you at the Drowning Roots.
I'll bring the base reward, just what was guaranteed flat right off the top, but I'll throw down in there like you guys should get more. You did more.
We love that.
Mookie's the man.
I have to tell you, this means a lot. What you've done for the city, you kept an annual festival from
All in a day's work.
Well, to
Maybe
be
Mookie-
fair, this city has done a lot for us so far. I mean, they're helping two of our friends, like in ways that we couldn't be more grateful for. So I mean, in a way, we feel like money is totally deserved, but also our commitment to this community cannot be overstated.
I love it.
Mookie, I hate to press more into business, but there is one more thing that I would like to ask about before we part.
Sure.
It was just something that our friend Rangwin noticed
Hi.
while we were separated during this time. But
Oh yeah, did you see some creepy guys come off of a boat? Two guys. One had a cloak on. The other one came out of the water.
Creepy guys come out of a boat. Not on my watch. No.
Two guys coming off a boat?
I mean, there's plenty of people coming and going, but especially from the distance that you guys left to, I didn't see anything. I got a lot on my plate though. I'm not watching the waters the whole time.
Yeah.
There could be more people out there who might have seen something, but nothing that struck me as suspicious. No.
At that point, I'd love to pull Nesta aside real quick.
Sure.
And say, hey, this is your city, so I'll defer to you. Should we tell them about that weird cryptic warning on the scroll about the festival? Do you think there's a chance that there's going to be danger at the festival that the council should know about?
I think
I don't think it's a Mookie problem, but yeah, I think you should.
I'm more trying to get away from
Temple.
Mookie, so I mean, if you all
Off to
over
the
here, that's
side.
fine.
I think
Yeah.
I'll bring it to my temple. I like
think
Mookie. I just don't know if he's.
I think either that or we bring it straight to the council when we converse with them.
Okay, good idea.
That's kind of what I was trying to get this audience for.
No, that's great. I mean, I know I'm a little shit sometimes, but I do want to learn.
Frognand, you're the greatest person I know.
He is a little shit sometimes, let's be clear.
Yeah, and that's why he's so great.
Okay, just don't discount the fact that he can be a little shit sometimes.
But he says
Prestidigitation
it's a
fireworks.
spirit healing, like it's not one of my favorite things about him.
Yeah, you can be a little shit sometimes too.
What?
Anyways,
No.
I cast Mage Hand and try to pick your pocket.
slap it away. Okay, I'm gonna meet you guys at the inn. I'm gonna go
Fish
to the
time,
temple
baby!
and pick up Victoria.
I'll go chat with the council, and assuming they'll see me tonight, but they don't have too much on their hands planning a festival. But
How do you
we'll
like
see.
your Goliath fish cooked?
It's only getting cooked one way.
I have no idea. I've never really had it before. I've just heard stories. It's more of a northern thing, like way north.
It's,
So
the tavern keeper seems to know what he's doing, so I'm sure it'll be
Delightful.
excellent.
I've been plying him with a bunch of recipes, so I'll come up with one for this too. Don't worry.
Wolfgang, can I shoot you a
I'm gonna
fucking
glare
look?
daggers at you.
oh really? Like what'd you come up with?
Well.
And we continue walking towards the tavern. So everyone's heading directly towards the tavern, and eventually Mookie will split off.
Yeah,
And that's why
I'm
we called it
heading-
Orangina.
I'm.
Oh my god! Amazing.
I will head to the temple to pick up Victoria. She's probably. Or is she
I mean,
gonna
it's
be-
still the same day.
Oh, is this gonna take more than one day?
They never said. They've also never done this before. So,
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna
Okay.
go and try to check in.
sure. Well, that's incredible. I didn't even know about bubbling water, so
Yeah.
it was a neat invention. I'm gonna go. Heading off, Wulfgang splits off and starts walking away.
walking with Brengwin, Nesta, and Kylus, look to the three of them and Frogman too. Sorry.
And
For some reason, I said Kylus.
Oh, sorry, I missed
For
that.
some reason, I thought you were. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Not
Just
here.
fucking off somewhere.
You followed Mookie. And another thing.
No, kind of.
Let me tell you about Tijava.
I'm just gonna look on. I don't know about the rest of you, but when we get to the inn, I'm getting the stiffest drink possible.
Hey, just throwing it out there. I mean, I'm not at all injured, and I was pretty bored for most of the day. I could always take Paula her stuff, get that situated while you guys rest and recuperate.
Is she still open after 7 o'clock?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I could go down there and check.
I'm
She probably wants her stuff back as soon as possible.
I'm doing pretty well as well. I mean, if you want me to come with you.
Yeah.
I'll go too. She's like a second mother to me.
I don't know. I guess
Well,
I'm
if
just
you're
so
going, I'm gonna
excited
hang
that
out.
you
I've got
guys
some other
found her
things I
stuff
gotta
and
do.
oh, and Wulfgang
Is not there.
is not there. We
Ching, ching,
I
ching,
think
ching.
this is something that we should all do together. So, given the
Monkey, that stuff.
given the situation, I think we can table this till the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not. My plans changed with that.
Oh, okay.
I've got someone to flirt with, so he starts heading into the Drowning Roots.
Who could he have found in the past 24 hours?
Who couldn't he have?
Jesus.
Exactly, Prof.
I'm starting to get to. I must say, for as aloof as you are quite predictable.
Keeps walking in.
No behave.
Opie.
Literally, I'm like watching him. I'm gonna be like, in about 5 paces, he's going to turn left, start chatting up the patron, 2 seats in on the left at the bar, and wait for it. He's going to say his signature line.
As he walks through, he goes right past them
Oh.
and heads up to an individual you've seen him chatting with before, the dancer, the one who is in the glass ceiling. And he stands underneath where she's currently swimming, kind of waves.
I'm gonna lean over. Statistically speaking, there was really a 50% chance of that happening, so I was just.
No, it would have been really cool if it did, so I...
Drinks?
I'm just
Yes.
gonna like. I'm assuming. I don't know why, but I'm just imagining there's one of those like hotel bells for the
Sure.
bartender, and I'm just.
He comes out and he's wearing an apron on that just says "Kiss the Chef."
I love this guy.
Big burly black dragonborn. You've seen him a bunch of times. He's
I
just
give him
kind
a
of.
kiss.
Do you?
No.
He kind of comes over and he's just like, "All right, how'd the day go?"
I need the stiffest drink you
Yes,
have.
you do. Fish is almost ready. Maybe like another 30 minutes or so.
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Just enough time for me to get back.
What's his name?
You've never asked his name.
What is your name,
No.
sir?
He
Now I
doesn't-
gotta find
He
it.
doesn't know what color dragon he is. I don't know if he's gonna know his own name.
Literally, like I'm gonna be like, I'm terribly sorry. We've never actually gotten your name.
just
all of
asked
our
him.
Fine,
interactions.
not everyone asks. It's Unzit.
Unzit.
Mhm.
Unzit, you're the man.
Yes, I am. You all need drinks. What are you drinking?
The strongest for everyone.
All right.
I'm gonna say a little less strong for me. I had a bit of a night,
Sure.
so.
You had a bit of a night.
I'll bring some stuff out
Yeah.
just so you know it's on the house tonight.
Oh.
The talk's going around about what you did for the town already, so
Oh,
yeah,
cute.
you're the heroes this
What a
evening. So
treat.
I'll take a Chardonnay.
sure, we've got some in here. Yeah,
Oh, well,
absolutely.
Chardonnay is.
Chardonnay's popular in the summer right now, so.
Nice,
I'll be right
light,
back.
fruity drink.
Firewater!
Goes good with
Oh,
fish.
you better believe it. Drinks of your choice are brought before you. No need to subtract any gold or silver for the evening.
Wow.
Yeah.
Feels good
Double
to
shot
be
of
the-
wyvern blood.
Oh.
Sure, absolutely.
Until you tell me otherwise, I'm assuming that's the hardest drink that you have.
Yeah, wyvern blood is the hardest one.
Yeah, double shot of.
You have to make a con saving throw, please.
Yep.
Even on the first one.
Am I
I'm
good
going
with
to
my
double too.
Chardonnay?
Natural 20, motherfucker.
Natural 20.
Wow.
Nicely done.
Advantage on the next?
Huh?
Advantage on the second one?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
See how much more he drinks.
Yeah. Your evening continues. As you guys engage in festivities, we will pull out for a moment and come to Wulfgang. You're heading off towards the temple,
Sure am.
weaving your way through, getting on the gondola, arriving at the temple.
Kind of get there and like.
Twilight is officially casting across the space now.
I don't totally remember where I was supposed to go in here.
Oh, and it's so pretty at twilight at this
Oh, and
time.
he's also kind of just like.
The light is starting to hit the stained glass of that massive moon on the front.
Just kind of standing in the entranceway, just kind of looking around.
Stepping into the entranceway, that light that hits, boom, casts right down on the massive staircase that leads up towards the main praying hall. Looking around, you see a couple people who are nearby. One individual is actually like sitting down, like like twiddling their thumbs a bit, and there's another fractal who's kind of like rubbing his back.
Kind of looking. Excuse me. I'm looking for Rayla.
Oh, right. You're one of the guys who came through. They're very busy right now. It's still going on. So.
Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. It's just you don't hear that much screaming in the halls. So.
Where is she?
She's further in the back. If you go into the praying hall.
Take me to her.
Roll persuasion or intimidation, especially with how you approached it.
It's definitely gonna be intimidation.
Okay.
Oh, wait, right there. 8.
Using strength modifier?
He didn't issue an act of physical strength. I'm really not supposed to really specifically keeping everyone
Past him and
I
just
really don't recommend it. He kind of stands up and like his knees get a little weak and he sits.
start heading in the direction he pointed.
Yeah. You bust through, you see the hall, you see the statue off to the right? Start making your way over there. As you walk up, you see another individual who is robed in these kind of soft yellows. Head is shaven, human, dark skin, with these pools of brown eyes. Kind of sees you approaching, just, hold sir, you seem to be in distress.
Where's Rayla?
Rayla is currently performing quite a difficult event right now and needs to focus.
She's back there?
Behind those doors, yes.
The person she's performing this on.
Is close to you, I understand.
Is she safe?
She's fine. The procedure is intense, though.
I imagine they're not done.
As you hear a blistering scream come from behind the walls.
He kind of like grips his axe a little tighter. All right. It's going to be a while.
We don't know. Nothing like this has ever been performed here.
Wulfgang just kind of like stares at the guy, doesn't say anything.
There are 2 more prisms within that room assisting. It is not just Rayla. It is not just Cable.
Okay.
I'm 1 more prism. I'm here for emergencies. If I'm not in that room, things are going well.
Okay. Thank you. And he just turns around and walks out.
You notice like an successful de-escalation kind of moment.
He, as he's walking out, he just kind of smirks at that. It's one of my favorite reactions.
Mm-hmm. Where are you heading to?
Wulfgang's going to kind of head towards the exit door and kind of stop and turn around and walk into like the big prayer chamber.
Yeah.
And just kind of like stand there.
You find no one is in here.
But it's got all kinds of crazy cool light stuff happening.
They're starting to kick up, yes. It kind of has like a bit of a 3D sculpture is starting to form of that rainbow. And as time passes, you notice it getting a little further down. It's like the movement of a shadow as the day goes on. You don't always watch it moving, but every once in a while when you look back, you notice it's changed.
He's standing there for, let's say, like 10 minutes.
During that time, there is another ear-piercing scream.
Kind of just looking around. Is there a statue of Lunaris?
Mm-hmm.
I imagine dead center.
Dead center.
He's kind of just staring at it. Listening to nothing. He turns around. Leaves.
Before you leave. It is frustrating, isn't it?
He kind of stops, gripping his axe. A lot of things are frustrating.
You seem to lack the power to do something about it.
Are you ever going to show yourself, or is this going to be just talking through memories?
Trust yourself. You know who I am.
I do know who you are. You should show yourself. Let's have this conversation.
In time.
Do I recognize the voice? Which voice? What voice am I hearing? Yeah. He's kind of.
Keep getting stronger. Keep marching forward.
I look forward to seeing you someday soon.
You feel whatever presence was there fades.
He kind of standing there for a minute or two longer. His back's to the statue, and he kind of like turns back and looks at the statue.
For a split second, you see an eye in the forehead, and you blink and it's gone.
Storms out and heads towards the bar with a very angry look on his face.
All right. Heading off towards the bar, we will come back into this moment. A little bit of change in music, I think, is appropriate. What is everyone up to right now?
Reverie.
And Bingo was his name. Oh.
Heavy drinking.
Heavy drinking. Kylis has coaxed the water dancer out of her aquarium, essentially, and has been dancing to whatever song is currently playing with her at the moment.
Kylis, you can breathe water right now. You should get up there.
I love where your head's at now. He kind of nods, and she's like, okay, yeah, this will be your audition. He's like, excellent. I was pissed that I missed the last one. They run up there, and they start getting ready to do some underwater performance.
Has the fish been served yet?
You're getting close to it.
Okay.
Nesta kind of watches them dancing, just holding her drink, like, not so much like wanting to join, but kind of having a little FOMO.
Sure.
Classic Nesta.
There's a number of other people in this space. So, men, women.
Is it visible on you?
I don't know.
Roll a
Maybe.
deception
Sure.
check, and you roll an insight.
11?
19.
It's pretty evident. Yeah, there's definitely this sense of like, I want to be out there, 100%.
Are you in love with Kylis?
What the fuck? Get out of here, Nan. I'll push her.
Oh, sorry. I think I misread the situation here.
I'm gonna hear that, and I'm gonna kind of like look over, like,
Like, he's pretty cool, right?
no,
He's not pretty cool?
no, Kylis.
He's like the most, like, charismatic, like, just playing things off. He's an enigma.
In that moment, Kylis swims right above you guys, twirling forward, creates a heart through air bubbles and winks at you all, and then swims away.
Man.
I
Look,
would like
that
to-
was adorable.
Locked eyes with you, by the way, for that wink.
I will roll my eyes and shake my head.
I would like to take the time as I am drinking to roll an insight check on Rangwin.
Sure.
Why?
Roll persuasion or deception. Don't say what it is. Just tell us what the number is.
Tactical assessment. On 8, fuck yes.
11.
11.
With my rolls of 12 plus 4, 16. I want to know if she is feeling jealous of Kylis. And if there's maybe something.
With a 16 combating an 11, what does the professor discern?
Yeah, you're right on.
We're so getting to that stage where we know each other, and I was like,
Who's gonna be you?
So I'm 100% not. I mean, the professor's curious about everything. I'm 100% confirming Mackenzie's ship right now.
This
I
is
mean,
Daniel's
I feel like
ulterior
I've
motive.
not done much to hide my amorous
Yeah,
So-
no. So I'm just kind of observing and like seeing you get flustered and like looking over at like Nesta, and then I'll probably like meet eyes with you at some point and just kind of.
I'm
just
gonna
take a
literally
drink.
have no idea what you're talking about.
So if you are not into Kylus, do you like anyone?
My gosh, this is gonna be the dating sim
Oh my
episode.
You earned it after that fight.
I like this drink and my god. Thank
You're
you.
here to the first part.
Yeah. Okay.
I will say though that your god is quite interesting. Again, I am very curious about it. Again, I'm more related to the sun god than the moon god, but Wulfgang isn't even here, and I can already hear him sighing at me. I am terribly sorry if I am a bore and tend to go on sometimes.
No,
No,
you're
no.
a professor.
No.
Drink more.
As Kyla swims by.
Look, the
So-
truth
Fucking
is,
you.
Professor, you say a lot of words, a lot of the time, but I'm pretty sure that they're almost always helpful. You know, I only hear like half of them sometimes when you're talking, I'm going to be honest, but by the time you're done talking, I feel like I know things that I did not know before.
I've also seen you explode multiple people's heads with your knowledge, so
And that's awesome.
As a scholar, I greatly appreciate what you said. I know what you have said is very much true, and I'm still gripping with that fact.
we all take things on our terms.
Around this point, the door flies open and
Very much
Wulfgang
flies open.
comes storming in.
So
Walks up to the bar. Kind of looks at the guy.
He's kind of looking through people.
And reaches under, grabs a bottle,
Yeah.
and proceeds to walk back outside.
Okay.
He looked.
I am going to just get up and follow.
Okay.
So
He-
fight, pray with, date.
What the fuck?
Kylus,
What's happening?
Doctor, Professor, and Wulfgang.
I'm not playing this game.
Rangwin's annoyed that you left her out of this.
And Rangwin.
Look, Nesta does not have to answer that question. Nesta is above all that, okay? Nesta doesn't have crushes. Nesta is crushed upon, okay?
I turn like pink.
You sure do.
Nesta, you are the most glorious creature I've ever seen in my life. And I cannot overstate how beautiful and majestic that you are. And I know for a fact that you would never, ever sink yourself down to the level of ever even looking at Kylus.
What the fuck? Swims away.
In that kind of way. Yes, he's a lovable moron. Yes, he's good at dancing and swimming and having sex. But you know what? That's not all there is. And most of the time, he's really super annoying. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but he lies. He only cares about himself. He has sex with anything. So even though he's really good at it, it's not really that he's discerning. I mean, he tries to have sex with the professor all the time.
Oh, they haven't done that?
I see it. I see what's happening. You're not there.
No, I know, but just Daniel busts through the wall. Huh?
I just thought that they were old flames.
I just don't think that any one of us is worthy. And I don't mean that to sound disparaging to the rest of us. I just think
It's pretty disparaging.
she's your... I'm going to stop talking now and drink my Chardonnay.
I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you. And I'll take a sip and
You'll take a ship?
I'll take a ship and I'll sit far away from here.
And I will drown myself in the water.
There
Okay,
we go.
I can breathe underwater.
I'm
one
gonna go
time.
find a quiet spot in the bar and just nurse my drink.
Okay.
Don't go on.
We will kind of
Came on real
pan
strong
out of
there.
this moment
Did I?
to
I had no idea.
the professor exiting outside with Wulfgang.
Wulfgang is probably at that same bridge that Kailas was at.
Yeah, it's not too far away.
Yeah. He so kind of came out, looked
Brooding
around,
bridge
and was like,
men.
"There's a bridge over there."
It
Brooding
is.
bridge
It is.
boys.
It's a bit of a walk, actually. It's about 10 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it was a ways out.
Yeah.
Oh.
I said it wasn't that far away, but time's weird when you can just jump to a new scene.
Then he probably wouldn't go that far. Then is there a river?
Yes.
Something. So he's
Absolutely.
Is there
at
another
he's at the
broodable
water's
bridge?
edge. Yeah, or somewhere broodable that he can just fucking drink. Yeah. Yeah.
You've got a whole ass bottle.
I
with
do.
you, right?
I'm drinking from the bottle.
What is a bottle of?
Whatever I grabbed.
It was a dark rum.
Nice.
That's exactly what I want.
I will lean up against whatever barrier there is by the river.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that we're at.
Yeah, it's a low hanging metal pole essentially that
Yeah,
goes
Wolfgang's
from
kind of
one,
like
one post to the
leaning
next.
over it, like
I'll kind of lean over and just.
looks over to you.
I've got a strange sense of deja vu, and I'll hold my hand out for the bottle,
Hands it
Grab
to
it.
you.
take a swig, and
Well,
how is it going, Wolfgang?
super well. Isn't it obvious?
Wolfgang, I know your defensive posture that you put up, and you have it in full swing right now, but I am asking you honestly, how is it going?
Well, everything was going really well. It sounds like the procedure with Victoria's going well. I might have threatened a couple people in the process, but that's kind of par for the course with me, I suppose.
Yes.
I spent a little time in the, what is it, the praying room? Sure, let's call it that, at the temple. And then I had a really interesting conversation with my grandfather.
Oh.
She has hiccups and she's been fighting them all day.
Just hold your breath.
I'm trying.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at right now.
I see. I'm at least glad to hear that procedure with Victoria is going well.
Yeah, it's actually, well, aside from the horrific screaming I heard, I'm being assured that it's going well. And I wasn't about to beat the shit out of somebody to find out for myself. Being as that we were in a temple, and it seemed like a bad place to do that.
I'm sure this type of thing is.
Something they deal with often. A
I
woman
wouldn't
with
say
a...
that they deal with something often, but I mean, this is a procedure I've never heard of before. I can't imagine what it goes through for the person, but I want you to know that myself and I'm sure all of us have the best hopes that she will come out better at the end of it.
Yeah, frankly, I'm not terribly worried about her in this moment. She seems like she's under good care. There's multiple prisms in there assisting. There was one outside. She told me something along the lines of, if things were bad, she'd be in there. So, was it a she? He, sure. I'm not honestly terribly worried about Victoria in this scenario. I'm more thinking about the fact that my grandfather is watching me pretty much all the time now and encouraging me to get stronger. He's probably listening to this conversation, aren't you?
I'm sure he won't respond in this moment, but at this point I feel like it's just a safe assumption.
Yeah. So I don't know what to do about that. It's a little concerning for me, being as that everything else that's transpired and the various threads that we've been weaving, and to know that he's watching me and is encouraging me to be stronger and get stronger doesn't feel super good. in this moment.
Would you rather have this connection gone?
Yeah, absolutely I would.
Perhaps that's an avenue that we should look into.
I think having him watching what we're doing is probably not great. Being as that I've, in the past month or so, learned a lot of pretty terrible things about this guy.
I would agree. Perhaps.
Oh, and he's like 130 years old or something. No, older. 150 he'd be? Something like that?
Well, there's certainly something nefarious in that to keep him going for that long.
Do you have a way of getting rid of this connection, severing it? We have to remember this man is incredibly strong.
Myself, personally, no, but there are these powerful prisms within the temple. Perhaps they have the capability of dispelling magic of that level, or at least trying in succession enough that something will pull through.
So maybe tomorrow we go look into that.
Maybe a worthwhile endeavor
Yeah.
after Victoria's operation.
Yeah, that seems like the right move then. I just don't feel good about him watching us.
I would agree.
I don't know how much he's learned about what we've done and who we've been involved with, and
I know the basic mechanics of a scrying spell, but for someone with that magnitude of power, who knows what else they could have along with it. And if they've been able to do it for so long.
I mean, this is only something I've started to notice in the past week or two. But it's not something I've ever really looked for in the past, so I don't know if this is something that's been going on my whole life, just recently. Well, has it? Maybe I'll catch him unaware. I don't know. That's stupid. Feels stupid.
I don't know. Just thinking about it, like, why now all of a sudden that you would notice these things, especially after we were captured, held prisoner by the remnants of the cult of the Bloodlord, ended up in Vokstrom, and all of these things.
Who's to say he has been watching from day one? Who's to say he hasn't been watching since before this?
Who's to say he hasn't been the one orchestrating our capture?
You want to know something really strange? He pulls a note out of his pocket and hands it to you. I found this under my armor yesterday? Day before?
Time's weird.
Within the
Yeah,
past,
time's weird.
Within the past night or two. Time's fuzzy.
It was the first evening that you got here.
Okay.
Yeah.
2, I think.
Yeah, 2
So,
evenings.
does this have anything to do with your buddy with the silly name?
I'm gonna open it, and I took notes on it, so I know what this is. It's
I have it written down too.
the note.
Yeah.
That's cryptic as hell, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And, well, when you reference my colleague,
Do you think I could take him?
in a feat of strength, most assuredly, but he makes some insane contraptions.
Yeah, I don't really like people spying on me. I don't like people giving me cryptic notes, especially when it's under my armor somehow.
My concern is that, well, he is aware of who you are and has stated that essentially this is what would be given to you in order to try and find access to Trimsworth. I can see if I can pull some sway, and, well, I know Nesta's probably very tired. I won't bother her until tomorrow with this, and I do feel bad about it, but
Buddy, you look like shit. Maybe you should be worrying about yourself being tired.
I don't have time to worry about myself being tired with all of this going on.
So, I get it that you're something like 10 times my age, but you should know better than anyone that there's times to push forward and times to sit down. This for you is one of those sit down moments. And hey, you're an elf. You'll be up in 4 hours. But for now, you need to take a rest. Because again, you look like shit. Oh, and you're bleeding. Yeah, just why don't go eat some giant fish and continue to finish this bottle, which I just finished. And he like throws it behind him.
Ting, ting, ting.
And get another one.
Perhaps you're right.
No, I'm definitely right.
You all ready for a Goliath meal?
Yes,
All right.
Queen.
Let's go.
I'd say it's about that time then.
It is delicious.
As you re-enter the tavern, the swinging doors are kicked open by a prideful grin. You kiss the cook.
trick. Is that his name?
Unzit.
I went to the last kingdom and I was like, Uhtred, son of
With
Uhtred.
this
I know, right?
massive silver platter of this steaming pile of what could only be misconstrued as like crab or lobster meat. It is brought out to this massive middle table that people like pull over, pulling chairs all around and gesturing people to come on over to. It is this massive round table, and boom, it's slapped down. Bread rolls, a bowl of salad, like all the fixings to go with it as well. As a Goliath fish is prepared before you all for a successful victory meal.
Would you call it like a feast made for heroes?
Sure.
Or like a hero's feast?
Maybe.
Oh, right.
This feels good. We're heroes.
For any of you who
At that-
dig in,
At that, Wolfgang's like, all right, this is not bad.
for any of you who dig in, it's like it is the most decadent lobster meat you've ever eaten. It is tender and falls apart immediately. It is rich and buttery, filled with salt and flavor across the spectrum. It is delicious.
Is it spicy?
It has no spices, no. Yeah,
Never
from
mind.
your own personal collection.
You're one of those people that has a bottle of fucking tahini or whatever on your keys.
I told you, I have a taste of home.
Did everyone we invite show up, like Mookie and the guy who helped me bring the fish up?
Mookie does eventually show up, and like kind of right as that's happening, he kind of runs in, sits down, like kind of, camaraderie, and shakes your shoulders a bit, and sits down and puts like a napkin on, and is super excited about eating.
I've come up to... What the fuck is his name again?
Mookie.
Nope.
Unzit.
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 Excellent job. A giant tentacle.
I'll see what I can do.
I bet you will.
All right. He goes into the back.
Oh my god, do you
As
guys
he
eat
goes
this
into
all
the back,
time
I
where you're
reach
from?
over and grab another
Not all
bottle
the
of the
time.
rum that we were
There
drinking.
you go.
As
One
you
more
go.
right next to it.
I think this is the most heavenly thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Pretty excellent, and I'm not gonna lie, he did a pretty damn good job. The only problem, it needs some heat.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Mhm.
I didn't think it could get any better.
It did.
It's kind of right.
This is how I talk now.
Got locked into your
At this moment, the door swings open. Another patron walking in as a very large, hulking man, a man that you've all seen before,
That fucking guy? God damn
comes
it!
What
walking
fucking
in,
guy?
I see him.
sniffing the air, and sees you all and just,
Zeke! Pull up a plate. And
All right.
as he walks up, I hand him the bottle that I summarily take from the presser.
Like going to drink and just.
Is this the guy who took care of me while I was drunk?
yes.
Okay.
I hand him the bottle. Hit this. Yeah.
He growls and grunts and drinks it. And Thank you.
Snatch it back.
See, you gotta try this fish. It's the best fish I've ever had.
I could smell it from outside. Comes
You put
walking
some
over.
sauce on it.
He sits down, grabs a big old fistful of it, throws it on a plate, and just starts going in.
As he goes, I stop his hands and I go,
I didn't know you were from Mikrovska. He starts digging in.
I'm going to wait for some time, let him enjoy his meal a bit, let him get done, have a drink. I will roll over. I'm going to grab another bottle, even though the bottle that we already had is probably still going.
No, he drank it all, right?
Well, the first bottle
The first
is gone.
bottle was
We're
gone.
on the second
I-
bottle.
We're on the
that
second
I've shared
bottle.
with
I'm
this guy.
grabbing a third bottle.
Here comes the third.
I'm gonna pull up to. Is Zeke sitting at the bar, at the table?
He's at the table with you all.
At the table with us all. I'm gonna pull up 2 glasses.
Okay.
So Zeke, you've
good?
caught me in a peculiar mood. So,
I don't really roll that way, if that's what you're talking about.
no, that's not what I'm talking about, and I will be blunt at this point. What
Okay.
is your association with Nesta Claiborne?
I don't know a Nesta.
Her.
Crow. You mean
I have-
Sarah?
I have a bit of like shrug on my face.
Say,
Sarah?
Hi.
Sarah.
This is awkward. I we met earlier at the docks. And I did tell you my name was Sarah.
Right.
I didn't want.
No, say no more. It's okay.
you were following us. Why?
You were following us?
I was, yeah.
And you had a specific interest in her.
Well, I did.
Who
Yes.
doesn't?
Why?
Well, a man has his reasons, keeps his secrets.
It's because she's beautiful.
I kind of looked at the professor.
I will stand up and as a man and as a seeker of knowledge, I challenge you for those secrets.
Whoa.
In a way that I feel you're familiar with, as I've already seen you partake already. But I won't be as honorable as Wulfgang, considering I'm a few bottles in.
Are you guys gonna have a drink fight?
I don't know what they're gonna do with this.
You're gonna have a drink fight.
Nesta,
Yeah.
it's your call.
I don't think violence is necessary.
It's honorable combat.
I fought
Can
him
I-
the other day. It was great.
Will you talk to me
Sure.
privately?
In private.
All right.
Hey, hands to yourself.
It's okay.
I'm gonna be out here.
I'll
if
go
you
talk
need
to him.
me.
All right.
I'm gonna sit down and
What is that all about?
Before
You're
I,
so
before I leave
sassy.
here, I'll say thank you. I appreciate the sentiment. I don't want anyone fighting on my behalf, and I'll go.
I'm gonna send you a message and ask, is it
Gives
okay
you
if
a
I
thumbs up.
turn invisible and follow you? That's the guy my dad warned me about.
Yes, that's all right.
Invisibility, Surf Nevlin camouflage.
Roll me a stealth check at advantage.
What's a Snurf Nevlin?
so
That's-
his
that is what
racial
he is.
ability. I'm gonna turn to you and
No, his race in his language is Snurfneblen.
Deep known.
15.
15. Okay.
I'm gonna turn to you, take a big swig of the bottle, and I rather wanted to actually get into a tussle with him,
I think you can take him.
but if this is
Take the bottle.
if this is the way that threads are to be unwoven, then so shall it be.
Professor, speaking of unwoven, you know you're bleeding, right?
You are still bleeding.
Books.
He will follow you where you take him.
Okay. I know the city like the back of my hand.
Sure.
There's probably a place nearby that's kind of private.
Yeah. The back area of this tavern will be a lot quieter.
Great.
Yeah. You take him out. Lead around the back. He stops.
Before you say anything,
And turns and looks at you.
Do you pull a sword out?
I'm gonna need you to stop doing that. Leave us alone, little guy.
What the fuck?
I don't know who you are. unveiling myself. I don't know what you have to do with her, but my dad left my life because of your associations. I can't afford to leave you alone. I'll respect your space, but I'm standing right here.
This might be a conversation to have later, but I need to speak with her privately.
I'll take 5 steps back, but stay within eyesight.
I need you out of here, little one.
It's okay.
I'll just duck right on the corner.
He puts the sword away, looks at you and just, I get the need for different names. I understand. But what are you even doing here?
What do you... what kind of question is that?
Chrissy, you don't have to put up the voice with me.
Huh?
It's us. It's fine.
I think you have me confused with someone. Chrissy? I don't know a Chrissy.
He's gonna insight check you. My apologies. You look strikingly like someone I know.
I don't get that a lot. What? Who? Where?
No, it's fine.
No, I'm curious. I've never...
I think I spoke. I said too much.
Okay. Well, let's start from the beginning because I feel like we got off on the wrong foot here. I saw you at the temple talking to Rayla. That was why I didn't want to reveal that I was part of the temple. I was afraid you were going to report to her that I wasn't in the right part of town this morning, and that was my reason for keeping a secret. I've never heard of anyone else looking like me, so if you know someone who looks like me, I'm very curious to hear more about that.
You're an ASMR.
I am.
You're not really human. Not any human.
I don't know. I'm what they call an orphan, so I did not know my birth parents.
Right. Okay. I know someone who looks very similar to you. And I can't talk about them much because it puts them in danger. Needless to say, I care about them very, very much. And I mistook you for them. And I'm struggling to go anywhere else from there. I'm sorry.
No apology needed. Where did you meet this person?
Prison.
I've met some people that way.
Yeah, that's in prison.
I was there because I was supposed to be. But she helped me turn my life around a bit. Pursue greater passions and desires and think beyond myself. And well, when someone that important becomes a part of your life, you maybe, when you're young, spend more time with them. And wow, this is how much do you know of angels?
Rather little, unfortunately.
Understandably so, they're not found on the material plane, and for good reason. If they die here, or anywhere outside of their place of origin, they're dead forever, permanently. For an angel to come out to somewhere like here is extremely dangerous for them. But yeah, that's Chrysandria is her name. kind of sent me down the path that I'm on, brought me to Lunaris. And I spent a good amount of my years with her.
Holy fucking shitballs. Are you fucking right?
I think
Motherfucker.
One of my three theories.
He is, yeah.
One of my 3 theories that I had. I think I'm right on one of them.
Oh my
Is he your
god.
dad?
That
you
was
see
one.
him getting like bright red.
It was either he killed her parents, or had something to do with why she's an orphan, or that's her dad.
Was the one I thought it wasn't going to be.
Yeah. It was the least apparently it was the least likely one, but
Fuck!
Professor out here doing work.
I don't know if this is a fact, but she left abruptly and has not returned. And that was some 27 years ago.
Fuck me.
Are you 27?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch!
So, all the color drains from her face, and she kind of takes a couple steps back, and
He takes some steps back as well. He's giving space.
she kind of takes it in, looks at him more carefully. What does this guy look like?
He's very tall,
Mhm.
standing at about 6'7", 6'8" almost.
Mhm.
Very muscular, bit of a dad bod going on.
Mhm.
Big bushy white beard, weathered skin and wrinkles showing up on him. His hair kind of pulls backwards. There's a little bit of a receding hairline, but he has plenty of hair kind of extending to his shoulders a bit. And it kind of has a bit of a wave or curl to it, but it's all completely white. He's human. He appears to be human. And he seems up there in age.
Zeke, are you telling me you're my father?
I don't know this for a fact. But as far as I know, Chrissy was only ever with me. It's part of the reason Rayla won't let me anywhere into the temple. Because what I did is not allowed
Oh.
to consummate a relationship with
Yep,
an angel.
you don't have to say
Yeah,
that. No, I
yes,
kind of ensued it. Thank you. Wow. Okay.
I was starting to draw the lines together, and
Wow. Okay, I need a moment.
yeah.
Thank you.
Me too.
But she looks at him again. Wow. Okay. Yes. No. I'm sorry. I thought about no. Yeah. Okay.
If you need space, time, whatever that means, but
I have so many questions.
well, if
I mean-
I can answer them, I will.
Thank you. I've always wanted a parent, you know. So she's like starts crying.
He's kind of in the state of like, do I hug her? Do I? How
She'll
do I?
take a hug.
And he'll come in and it's full on bear hug. He kind of picks you up off the ground.
Oh my god!
And it is weightless. It's akin to using your wings.
Oh. Okay.
And
yeah.
he'll hold you there.
Yeah, she'll just kind of let it go.
If I knew anything about this, it would not have been this long before this happened.
Okay.
He'll eventually set you down. Kind of releases, hands on shoulders, and you can see tears are welling up.
Oh my god. This is crazy. Okay. Well, I'm excited to get to know you better and learn more about
I
this.
take this one step at a time. I'll teach you all the fighting techniques
Oh
that
my
I
god!
know.
Yes.
Absolutely, I'll show you how to rough and tumble with the best of them.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Definitely.
Great. Sure. Kind of wipe the tears away.
Sure.
Yeah, and
Now I have to have a really serious conversation with someone who is up to my knee.
yeah. We'll go back out to the table.
He kind of comes around the corner.
Smoking a cigarette.
he like pats you on the back and is just like, good talk. We'll chat more about this.
Is that where she gets it from?
It must be.
Yeah, it's nature, not nurture.
I have to incorporate some things.
Wow.
Oh god. I was not expecting this.
Step into my office, I guess. It's
Start crying.
It's all therapy today, buddy.
I don't.
He's so sweet though. Like
He'll
He
walk
took
you
care of
back.
me while I was drunk.
I
I heard about it. I don't remember
really
any of it.
sweet. I like him.
want Nesta
Did you let
there.
me check out his sword once? That was cool.
Sure. Nesta, your friend wants you here.
It's web on both of them.
Fire away.
What kind of danger is?
Sorry, it's dawning on me what you had mentioned. Who is your dad?
I look at my torso. Look back up at him. Do you know a lot of deep gnomes?
Not a ton, no.
So you know my dad.
Gotcha.
What kind of danger is this party in? Is this city in? Is this world in?
So existential.
He hasn't told you anything.
He doesn't understand the capabilities of Nesta, myself, and our party. We are going to be the ones that save this world. I know that you, my dad, some other people are trying, but forgive me for saying so, by all signs, you're failing. We need to know what's happening so that we can pick up the slack that you left.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm the main character now.
He's an honest boy, but I can see why you would butt heads with your dad. We should get your full group together. I can reveal a bit about what's been happening over the last couple 100 years.
Okay. Before we do, just tell me, where is he? My father.
He's on his way here. Him and Alana. They're gonna compete for the prize.
Alright, let's go. I lead him back.
And as we gather the group together, we will end tonight's session there.
That's exactly where it should end.
It's where we should
Yes.
end, but
But we won't because you control the button.
I need to know
And we will find out more next time.
What's our main quest?
Gandalf's about to tell you, baby! And he's ripped!
I mean, I did beat him.
Your dad is Gandalf.
Daddy
Gandalf.
Gandalf.
So sweet.
Oh my
Cute.
That was such a moment, you guys.
Holy
I
shit.
almost cried.
I
real
wanted
tears.
a strong dichotomy in the two dads that I currently have in the story of one who's maybe doing it for the right reasons but is a bit of an ass about it.
Kind
and
of a
then,
dick.
Yeah, and then I wanted another one who never had the opportunity to even try to be one and really wanted to. So
Well, now I gotta find out like why. Sorry, we get that stream. But I gotta figure out like how I ended up in the orphanage. You know, like why
Sure.
why didn't I get to grow up with this guy?
I wrote in my notes, fucking angels ain't allowed.
Oh yeah. That's right. He said.
Oh.
Brutal.
all right. Well, with that being said,
Thank you all so much for joining us. This was a wild session. A lot of fun stuff. Make sure to check us out on all of our socials.
Yeah.
20 Chronicles on all platforms. Instagram. I almost said Netflix for some reason. Twitter.
We're on
TikTok.
Netflix.
We're on
Netflix.
Amazon
Special.
Prime.
Netflix. Stream our
Peacock.
stuff.
HBO Max. Wait, they're different now.
Yeah, I think it's just Max now.
Oh, yeah,
it's,
it did
it's,
change.
it's called Max.
Anyways.
and it's annoying.
Thanks for joining.
We will see you guys
You can
here.
see
Same
Keegan
time,
on
same
Cinemax.
place.
Yeah.
Thank you all so
Disney
much.
Plus.
Good night.
Bye.
Okay, bye.